Hello, welcome to the Fanfic Majesty. 4 Op Hus. Chapter 61. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. Monkey D. Mu Feng. This name once again shook the sea. Turned out, in just 5 months, at only 16 years old, the drought Jack, who beheaded the beasts as a major general, was promoted to lieutenant general. Then, at naval headquarters, he used his own strength to fight against the 6-7 warlords of the sea, showing the strength of Marine Admiral. It's not over yet. It's even in a one-on-one situation, leaving Kaido's subordinates. Everyone is sighing that a seat for Marine Admiral in the future has been reserved. But no one thought it would be so fast. 5 months. In just 5 months, Mu Feng entered Marine from the beginning and was promoted to the highest combat power of Naval Headquarters Marine Admiral. This is something that ordinary Marines can't even think about. A certain area of New World. Strong winds, huge waves. However, there was a coffin-like boat. No matter what the big waves, it could not be overturned into the sea. Mihawk, formerly the world's largest swordsman. Marine Admiral, I didn't expect to be boarded by you so soon. It's just that, I don't know if the long knife in your hand is sharp again. As he said, Mihawk stood up and drew the black knife behind him violently. The front of the sea was cut off. The knife fell, the wind went out and the sea was flat. Advertisement. After the battle with Mu Feng, Mihawk's swordsmanship has been improving crazily, and it is not far from breaking the limit of the second kendo. Holy Land, Mary Geois. It is still a scene of prosperity and peace. World Government Official Residence. Monkey D. Mu Feng. Garp's adopted grandson. In this way, there is no blood of D, so there is no need to worry about the identity problem. Although he is very young, whether it is defeating the Red Dog or the previous, his record is enough to serve as Marine Admiral. The Flat Hat 5 elders looked at the information of Mu Feng in his hand, and then said, "As long as it's not from the D family, it's okay," said 5 elders, the long-haired white-haired who. "It's just another Edward Newgate at best. I can't get over any big storms." 5 elders, with a bald head and a mustache, said with disdain. Read more at hotmtlnovel.zi. Second. Agree. This kind of people, don't worry. 5 elders aloft will not know, because of Mu Feng, what kind of changes will happen in this era. But even if they knew it, they couldn't change it. The tide of the times was surging, and it was doomed from the moment Mu Feng appeared in the pirate world. Mu Feng at this time has no time to pay attention to how the world is shaking. He is looking forward to the rewards issued by the system. Congratulations to host, for completing the main mission. Become Marine Admiral. Reward. Randomly draw a Zanpakuto. It has been distributed to the space backpack. Please pay attention to the host. The late voice of the system finally made Mu Feng a stone in his heart. Without hesitation, he took out Zanpakuto directly from the space backpack. Advertisement. With the unremarkable format of light hitting, it is completely impossible to tell which Zanpakuto is. Mu Feng held the handle of the knife, shattered it shallowly, and merged into Mu Feng's body. At the same time, a message appeared in Mu Feng's mind. Mu Feng couldn't help but his eyes lit up, his face was joyful, his right hand was raised, his 5 fingers were emptied, and a handful of extremely beautiful Zanpakuto appeared in his hand. Senbon Sakura. Zanpakuto of Byakuya Kuchiki, the head of the 4 nobles in the corpse soul world, the master of the dead wood, Byakuya Kuchiki. Before Soda no Shirayuki appeared, it was hailed as the most beautiful Zanpakuto. After Shikai, the blade will be broken down into countless invisible thin blades, which look like petals flying in the sky due to the light. But between this kind of beauty, there is endless murderous intent. Each thin blade is a murder weapon that is enough to harvest life. Ryujin Jaka, Yiwen, Kyoka Suigetsu. This kind of heaven-defying Zanpakuto, Mu Feng has never expected. Mu Feng knows the system very well, and the difficulty of the task and the reward are equivalent. The task of advancing to Admiral is not difficult for him, so Mu Feng doesn't have too much hope, as long as he doesn't give himself Zabumaru, 5-shaped head, and the like. Asking for flowers. Mu Feng didn't expect. Senbon Sakura was the reward. It completely exceeded Mu Feng's psychological expectations. Even if it's not the sky-defying Zanpakuto, Senbon Sakura is definitely the top Zanpakuto, and the captain-level Zanpakuto has no solution in the face of group battles. Zanpakuto. Senbon Sakura LV0 Proficiency. 0% Note. Zanpakuto of LV6 can perform Shikai, and Zanpakuto of LV9 can perform Bankai. Close black lens bracket. System. Isn't Senbon Sakura a weapon? Weapons still need proficiency. Seeing this, Mu Feng was a little dumbfounded. Nima, the dream of opening Bankai was instantly shattered. Advertisement. Please note that host, strictly speaking, Zanpakuto is not a weapon, but a kind of Shinigami ability. The system broke Mu Feng's illusion. With his lips curled, Mu Feng felt a little lost in his heart. But the system is right. If it's just a simple weapon, how can it be divided into Shikai and Bankai? And it can be retracted into the body. But having said that, if it is an item, then Senbon Sakura would have at least 9 stars. Without tangling these too much, he still has 33 scrolls of advanced experience. Stayed when we beheaded Weibo. It's a wise move to think that I didn't use it. Without any hesitation, Mu Feng threw 33 scrolls of high-level experience all at once on Senbon Sakura. When watching the 33rd advanced experience scroll with trepidation, Senbon Sakura's level changed from LV5 to LV6. Mu Feng breathed a sigh of relief. Zanpakuto. Senbon Sakura LV6 Proficiency. 0.3% Remarks. LV6 level Zanpakuto can perform Shikai, LV9 level Zanpakuto can perform Bankai. Holding his breath slightly, Senbon Sakura stood upright in front of him. Mu Feng suddenly said, "Spread it." Senbon Sakura. Author's words. Guarantee 3 shifts, strive for 4 shifts every day. 5 shifts. Read more at hotmtlnovel.zi. Chinese MTL fan fiction, second element novel can be read at hotmtl novel for free. Advertisement. Chapter 62. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. The Zanpakuto in Mu Feng's hand suddenly lit up in a fascinating light red, and the blade was broken down into countless small blades, covering the entire room. However, within a circular area with a radius of 85 centimeters centered on Mu Feng, there is no thin blade flying. No matter how you move your body, this distance will be accurately maintained at the value of 85 centimeters. This is a non-injury circle to ensure that Mu Feng himself is not accidentally injured by Senbon Sakura. With a thought, countless sharp blades attacked a table in front of him. In an instant, the table was turned into infinite powder, and Mu Feng was speechless. This is just between one's own thoughts, and there is no additional power at all. Think about it. If you put armament hockey on Senbon Sakura's 627 thin blade. If you let yourself face Sakazuki now, Mu Feng is absolutely sure that he will kill this guy without relying on Mangekyo Sharingan's pupil technique. With another move in his mind, Mu Feng put away Senbon Sakura. Because his observation hockey perceives someone approaching here. It's Guy, his adjutant Colonel Guy. If Mu Feng is promoted to Admiral, who is the most unlucky person, then it is definitely the Red Dog. Mu Feng is the Marine Admiral who was promoted on the Red Dog. Although he still serves as Marine General Counsel, his rank is equivalent to Marine Admiral, but he is not Marine Admiral after all. Imagine that others are talking about how Akadog became Marine's General Counsel. It is estimated that everyone will say this. Oh, Sakazuki, he used to be Marine Admiral, but Admiral was defeated by the White Bear Admiral in the promotion battle, so he could only serve as Marine's General Advisor. Advertisement. Think about this conversation. It's not too sour and cool. But if the second unlucky one is named, it is Guy. All the affairs of Admiral, Mu Feng handed over to Guy. However, Guy considers it his honor. Since Mu Feng helped him avenge himself when he was in the Chambord Islands, Guy has become Mu Feng's private soldier allegiance. The so-called private soldiers are soldiers who are absolutely loyal to oneself. Now even if Mu Feng wants Guy to defect to Marine, Guy will definitely not hesitate. Looking at the fans in the place, Guy froze for a moment, but didn't ask. Read more at hotmtlnovel.zi. Mu Feng smiled and said, I just used armament hockey and accidentally turned the table into powder. Wait for you to clean up. What's the matter? If you use armament hockey to break the table into pieces, Guy asks himself if he can do it. But turning into a fan is simply unheard of and appalling. Hearing Mu Feng's question, Guy hurriedly said, well, okay. Master Mu Feng, Marshal Sengoku said that there is something for you, so you can go to the Marshal's office. After becoming Mu Feng's private soldier, Guy was right. The name of Mu Feng was changed to Lord Mu Feng to show loyalty. Yes. Mu Feng nodded. Shave directly under his feet and disappear in front of Guy. Comma 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 comma. Advertisement. How does it feel to be Admiral? Sengoku smiled as he looked at Mu Feng. Well, it's normal, Mu Feng said with a shrug. Sengoku is full of black lines, it's just so-so. Then what are you fighting for with Akagu? If it wasn't a systematic task, and it wasn't a good deal with Akagumoto, Mu Feng really wouldn't apply for any admiral promotion. Don't talk about dreams to Mu Feng. For Mu Feng, dreams are just something to talk about. Marshal, what do you want me to do? Mu Feng asked. Sengoku smiled, then handed Mu Feng a stack of documents. He said, according to Marine's practice, the first task of any newly appointed Marine Admiral is to arrest the pirates with a total reward of 2 billion Baileys for free. These are some suitable big pirates that I have selected, you see. Whenever you have time in the near future, go and deal with it. Mu Feng did not respond, but flipped through the information in his hand. The Evil Wolf Pirate Group. Anthony Vanka. Reward amount. 270 million Pele. The Black Wind Pirates. Big Ivan. Reward amount. 460 million Baileys. Ghost-Faced Pirates. Dodoriso. Reward amount. 390 million Pele. Advertisement. After watching for a long time, there was no pirate group he knew. Moreover, most of them are the pirates in the first half of the Grand Line. There are very few New World pirates. Even if there are, they are the pirate groups that have nothing to do with the Four Emperors. Mu Feng, who was watching, is a little lacking in interest. Suddenly, the corner of Mu Feng's eyes swept to the side of Sengoku's desk. His eyes lit up because he saw a document of interest. The name of the file is a report on the traces of the flying pirates. Throw the file in your hand aside. Pointing to the document on the table, Mu Feng asked, Marshal Sengoku, did you find the Golden Lion guy? Sengoku was taken aback, shook his head, and said, no, it's just that the wreckage of the pirate ship with the Flying Pirate Group logo was suddenly found in a piece of the East China Sea. It is very brand new, not like the sea more than 10 years ago. The thief ship. But I have ordered all the nearby marine bases to investigate, plus the old guy Garp, but in the end I couldn't find Shiki. At the end, Sengoku became more unwilling to know that Golden Lion is definitely Marine's shame. Impel Down, where no one succeeded in jailbreaking for 800 years, was broken by Golden Lion. Hearing what Sengoku said, Mu Feng flipped Byakugan and said he was speechless. 2.2. Knowing that Golden Lion is the capable person of lion fruit, you still worked so hard to get Marine to find on the sea. Do you think you are stupid? Mu Feng smiled and picked up the file on the desk. Looking at Sengoku, he said, Marshal Sengoku, do you think this is okay? The pirate group you found for me, give it to Aokiji and Kizaru, 2 seniors, to solve. And Golden Lion Shiki and his flying pirate group, leave it to me to solve it. Give me a week, I will make Golden Lion a dead lion. Mu Feng said. The words are filled with unparalleled self-confidence. It seems that what we are about to face is not the Golden Lion among the 3 legendary pirates, but just a little pirate who offers 1 million Baileys. Read more at hotmtlnovel.zi. Chinese MTL fan fiction, second element novel can be read at hotmtl novel for free. Advertisement. Chapter 63. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. Golden Lion. Sengoku's voice suddenly raised a pitch. Looking at Mu Feng, he asked nervously, do you know where that guy Shiki is now? I don't know. Mu Feng shrugged and said, but I think I can find him. Hearing Mu Feng's answer, Sengoku was speechless for a while. Nima. Tease me. You know, the hunt for Golden Lion. Marine has never stopped for more than 10 years. But apart from the occasional discovery of the wreckage of the Flying Pirate Group, there has never been any breakthrough. Smiling, Mu Feng said, regarding the search for Golden Lion, Marine has always fallen into a misunderstanding. Pirates can only be at sea. Hearing Mu Feng's words, Sengoku's eyes suddenly lit up. Can't help but say, what do you mean? Golden Lion is lurking in a certain country in the Red Earth continent. Yes, only in this way can he avoid all Marine's eyes and ears. I will now notify the world government and ask the world government to respond. The countries of the Red Soil continent conducted a thorough round of raids. For Sengoku, if you judge a pirate that you want to catch the most, that must be Golden Lion Shiki. In the era when Roger hadn't become the One Piece. If the pirate that Garp fought the most was Roger, then the pirate who fought Sengoku the most was Shiki. I didn't say this, don't blame me if you can't find it. Mu Feng said with an expression that has nothing to do with me. Advertisement. Sengoku felt that his brain wasn't enough. Mu Feng did not intend to explain to Sengoku. Golden Lion is his own prey, and Mu Feng would not give him to others. Instead, he smiled and looked at Sengoku and said, Marshal, don't worry. I am absolutely sure to find and solve the Golden Lion within a week. If I can't complete the task, I will come back to solve these boring pirates. The boring pirate. Sengoku's black line is full. But now is not the time to help Mu Feng establish a correct view of marine. Mu Feng, Golden Lion, and Whitebeard, Roger, the big sea pirates of the same name. There is no shortage of powerful people. And he is also a lion fruit capable person, very difficult to capture. Therefore, the capture of Shiki must be considered long-term. Sengoku persuaded Mu Feng heartily with affection and reason. On the other hand, Mu Feng entered the left ear and exited the right ear, completely out of the brain. What did Sengoku just say? Mu Feng said he didn't know. Looking at Mu Feng's expression, Sengoku also knew that he couldn't persuade him. He sighed, and said, that's it within 7 days. Within 7 days, the arrest of Golden Lion will be handled by you alone. But if there is no result within 7 days, then I will arrange for Palooza Lino, Doubtman and others are here to help you catch the Golden Lion. Read more at hotmtlnovel.zi. Yes, there is no problem. Mu Feng replied readily. Sengoku looked at Mu Feng helplessly and said, okay, kid. Now it's time to tell me about the whereabouts of Golden Lion. I just said that Golden Lion is not at sea, but not at sea, on the sea. Marshal, the capture mission is so tight, then I will leave first. After speaking, Mu Feng bowed and saluted slightly, and then left directly Marshal's office. When he heard Mu Feng's words, Sengoku was taken aback. Advertisement. Then, the pupil shrank suddenly. The guy Golden Lion, could it be true that he moved his flying pirate group to the sky? No wonder Marine has been unable to find it. He is such a lunatic. East China Sea, the sea area where the wreckage of the flying pirate ship was found. The side mission is activated, it won't work if you don't kill the Golden Lion right now. Standing on the surface of the sea, looking at the blue sky, Mu Feng muttered. Side mission. The Fall of the Legend. Mission Introduction. Golden Lion Shiki, once one of the 3 legendary pirates, has been abandoned by this sea. Since host is the admiral of headquarters, let's cut Golden Lion Shiki here. Mission duration. 7 days. Mission reward. Open the God level mall. Mission failure. The God level mall is permanently closed. What is a God level mall? Mu Feng didn't know. However, Mu Feng is very clear. The products produced by the system must be excellent products. And the mission failed, actually closing this God level mall permanently. This is the last thing Mu Feng can accept. So in Mu Feng's mind, Golden Lion Shiki is already a dead person. Bang, bang, bang. The sound of an air explosion is also the sound of Mu Feng stepping on moonwalk. Advertisement. With each stepping, Mu Feng's figure rises tens of meters. And after hundreds of times, Mu Feng has appeared above the clouds. Sometimes stepped on the clouds, sometimes using paper art's infinite body, flying with the power of the wind, so it does not consume physical energy. The pupils of the eyes have become the Sharingan of the 3-Go Jade. Although it is not a clairvoyant, the ultimate insight ability of the 3-Go Jade's 817 round eyes allows Mu Feng to see the scene several kilometers away. Soon Mu Feng discovered a floating island, able to float many islands in the air. It can be seen that the lion fruit ability of Golden Lion Shiki has been used to a superb level, far beyond the so-called awakening level. Mu Feng's eyes lit up, and he hurried over on the moonwalk. The Golden Lion patrolled its own territory, and all the beasts captured this time had been placed on separate islands. and arranged for their subordinates to feed their own special plants called IQ that they discovered more than 10 years ago to allow them to evolve. When he was about to return to his lair, he suddenly stunned. Turn around and look behind him. The next moment, his pupils suddenly shrank. Because I don't know when, a figure has already stood behind him. The short black hair, the white, justice, cloak, the pure white suit, and the dazzling golden epaulettes. I can't be more familiar with them. All these show that this young guy is a one name. Marine Admiral. Read more at hotmtlnovel.zi. Chinese MTL fan fiction, second element novel can be read at hotmtl novel for free. Advertisement. Chapter 64. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. Hello, is it Golden Lion Shiki? Mu Feng asked with a smile. The golden hair that reaches the ground is like a lion's temple hair, and there is a rudder on the head. In fact, you don't need to ask, Mu Feng also knows that it is Shiki. Marine Admiral. Golden Lion squinted slightly, his eyes showing cold light. Admiral's epaulettes, Golden Lion will never forget. Embracing his arms and looking at Mu Feng, Golden Lion said, yes, I am the Golden Lion. Who are you? Marine Admiral. Hee. Marine is really getting better and better. He actually let a hairy boy take charge. Admiral, are you weaned? Boy. Ha 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 ha. Although the kid in front of him could quietly appear behind him, Golden Lion was very surprised. But the Golden Lion is not afraid. His Golden Lion has traversed the sea all his life, and even the naval headquarters dared to go straight alone. Just a Marine Admiral, how could it make him scared? What's more, devil fruit is so strange that it may be just a capable person. Moreover, no matter how you look at Mu Feng, he will die in his 20s. The young man in his 20s has not even grown his hair. How could he make Golden Lion pay attention to him? Monkey D. Mu Feng. 0.17 years old this year. Mu Feng said lightly, without any irritation at all. Advertisement. 17 years old. Golden Lion's eyes widened when he heard Mu Feng's words. But then he laughed wildly. Ha 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 ha. 17 years old. You're still a baby. Sengoku didn't seem to have joined Marine when she was 17. You actually became Admiral when you were 17. Marine really has no successor. But that's okay. The weaker the Marine, the less able to stop Lao Su's plan. And what is the relationship between you and Garp, that bastard? The old man is my grandfather. Mu Feng looked at the Golden Lion and smiled. Really? Then if I kill you, the old bastard Garp will be heartbroken. Garp, this bastard, if it weren't for him, I wouldn't be imprisoned in the great undersea prison, let alone lose my feet. The Golden Lion gritted his teeth. That's because you are stupid. Mu Feng relentlessly attacked. Even Whitebeard wouldn't dare to break into naval headquarters alone. If it wasn't because you are a lion fruit capable person, let alone fight for 3 days and 3 nights, the old man can make you shit in a long time. In Mu Feng's view, Golden Lion is just a disability. Because Roger was arrested, he rushed to naval headquarters, and Nima was alone. The most speechless thing about Nima is that if you can't beat it, you can run away quickly. Lion Fruit's ability to fly thousands of meters above. Marine will definitely not be able to catch him if he is exhausted. What are you talking about? I'm not as good as the old bastard Garp. Little baby. You really angered me. Just so I was going to trouble Marine. GG. Then start with you. Right. Golden Lion's face was fierce. Read more at hotmtlnovel.zi. Suddenly, Golden Lion's feet. No, it should be said that they were 2 famous knives tied to their legs. I have to say that Golden Lion is really cruel to himself. In order to escape from the great undersea prison, he directly cut off his 2 legs. After lifting the shackles of Halushi, he was able to escape from the great undersea prison. So according to Mu Feng's meaning, that is, the criminals detained in the great undersea prison in the future should wear a stone handcuff around their necks. If you have the ability, you can cut your neck. If you can run, I promise not to catch you. The 2 famous knives under Golden Lion's feet were a little on the ground. Advertisement. The whole person attacked Mu Feng. As the former pirate admiral, the Flying Pirate Group was definitely the most powerful pirate group in the entire pirate world. As its leader, Golden Lion Shiki's weapons are naturally worthy of his status. Sakura 10. Dead wood. They are 2 of the 12 jobs of the supreme sharp knife. When the air was cut, there was no cut sound. It can be seen the sharpness of the two famous knives, and the tips of the knives took Mu Feng's throat. Good knife. Mu Feng's eyes lit up and couldn't help but say. In his heart, Mu Feng has taken these two knives as his own. Pulling out the mammoth's blade from his waist, he stood in front of him, and blasted against Golden Lion's knife. There was a terrible storm in Setsuna, it swept all directions. Although he is capable, there is no denying that Golden Lion is also a great swordsman. And the battle with the great swordsman is exactly what Mu Feng is looking forward to most. Because only by absorbing enough experience points, his 8,000 swordsmanship can break the third kendo limit and become even more terrifying. Ding! Chang! The long knives in the hands of the two collided many times. Mu Feng deliberately lowered his sword skills. Advertisement. Staying at the same level as Golden Lion, the pupils have become 3 Tomo Sharingan, and the swordsmanship of Golden Lion has begun to be recreated. Every move, every style, as long as Golden Lion uses it. The next second will be learned by Mu Feng, but Mu Feng did not perform Golden Lion swordsmanship. Because Golden Lion is very suspicious, and his strength is not only about swordsmanship. If he immediately used his last move, he would inevitably attract Golden Lion's suspicion. It is very likely that he will no longer use swordsmanship, but use the fruit ability to fight against himself. Mu Feng does not want this to happen, and must maximize the use of Golden Lion. Zhao Qian Zhao. Lion/wave. Golden Lion suddenly kicked out a golden sword aura and attacked Mu Feng. And Mu Feng also swung out a sword aura to greet him, a pale white sword aura. The two sword chi collided together. There was a terrifying roar, and the sword aura intertwined, and the island under his feet was instantly cut off. Boy, it's not bad. It can actually withstand my slash. It's still a bit of strength. But that's it. Next. You will die for me. Then, Golden Lion's double the legs continuously blasted Mu Feng with slashes. Lion. Thousand Slice Valley. The voice fell, and in a flash, the Golden Lion kicked out the sky full of golden sword aura. The dazzling gold shades even the brilliance of the sky, as if the sky is full of gold spilling. Read more at hotmtlnovel.zi. Chinese MTL fan fiction, second element novel can be read at hotmtl novel for free. Advertisement. Chapter 65. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. The golden sword aura fell, and the attack with no dead angle towards the position where Mu Feng was standing, the terrifying sword aura battered on the rock, swaying countless stone chips. Soon, the location of Mu Feng was completely covered by stone chips, and Mu Feng's figure could not be seen clearly. Jia ha ha ha. Brat, can you take my attack? Golden Lion stood in the air, looking at the dust below, laughing wildly. Are you talking to me? The voice of abuse suddenly sounded behind Golden Lion. Subconsciously, Golden Lion's pupils shrank sharply. He didn't even look, raising his foot, and the sharp blade attacked behind him. It wasn't until he was resisted that Golden Lion had time to turn around and look around, and his pupils suddenly shrank to the size of a pinpoint, in shock. How is it possible? When did you? Golden Lion was horrified. I have been staring at him clearly. How can it be? When did it happen? Can't even see my figure when I move. Golden Lion. But understandable, you are already old after all. It is normal for your old eyes to be dim. Looking at Golden Lion, Mu Feng said with a smile. Full of contempt. You said old eyes are dim. Golden Lion trembled with angrily. Isn't it 793? Mu Feng asked rhetorically. Congratulations to host, for learning Golden Lion Shiki's lion swordsmanship, whether the current level LVMAX11 chooses to use proficiency in the form of 8,000 swords, the host will lose lion swordsmanship. The system's voice suddenly sounded in my mind. Advertisement. Conversion. Mu Feng did not hesitate at all. For such a long time with Golden Lion Inc., Mu Feng is plotting this. The proficiency after 8,000 swords LVMAX12 has changed from 28% to 51%. Compared with Hawkeye's black swordsmanship, lion swordsmanship provides less proficiency. After all, if you talk about swordsmanship alone, Golden Lion is definitely better than Hawkeye. Alright. The game is over. Golden Lion. Mu Feng said suddenly. Golden Lion's swordsmanship has been learned, and there is no need to waste time here. Finger pistol. M500 strengthen. The terrifying finger pistol blasted out of Mu Feng's index finger and attacked Shiki. Read more at hotmtlnovel.zi. Lifting the foot, instead of the dead wood of the left foot, blocked this terrifying bog finger pistol, but the price is that the entire left leg of Golden Lion is completely numb. How is it possible? It's even more powerful than Sengoku's finger pistol. Golden Lion was shocked. And Mu Feng's offense will not stop because of the shock of Golden Lion. Tempest Kick Death Cross Strengthen. The Tempest Kick crosses the Golden Lion with a vacuum slash. The Golden Lion, whose left leg was numb, obviously did not have enough speed to dodge, so he could only cover his body with armament hockey. Then he used his body to resist Mu Feng's attack. Compared with the ordinary Death Cross, the enhanced one is 10 times more terrifying. Advertisement. The Golden Lion fell heavily on a boulder, and the boulders under him were densely covered with cobweb-like cracks. There was even a cross-shaped scar on his body, revealing a bruised and white bone, which looked extremely hideous and terrifying. Damn, how could you be so strong? Impossible. Golden Lion growled. He couldn't believe that a 17-year-old kid was actually stronger than himself. Go to hell. Lion Earth coiling. At this time, the Golden Lion has completely fallen into madness. Under the control of Lion Fruit, the surrounding floating islands were twisted together by Golden Lion. Then these rocks and sand gathered into a huge lion, like a roaring, sweeping and crushing Mu Feng from all directions with a force of shaking the sky, as if to crush Mu Feng to death in it. This power is more powerful than in the original plot. The Golden Lion was much more terrifying when he played against the Straw Hat Pirates. After all, compared to the plot, the current Golden Lion is 8 years younger. Although it is no longer at the Four Emperors level at its peak, it is still Admiral level. The reason why Luffy was able to defeat the Golden Lion was entirely because of the aura of the theater version. In Nima's plot, Luffy just opened the protagonist's halo. Crocodile, Moria, Doflamingo, Ainalu, a series of defeats, all defeated with fists. But these are understandable, after all, it is the protagonist. Think of the theater version. Golden Lion, Zephyr, World Destroyer Bundy Wald, this series of opponents. There is no way to describe the protagonist's halo, it can only be said that an enhanced version of theatrical halo has been opened. Ahem. Close to the subject. Mu Feng surrounded by Lion Earth coiling. The look was as plain as water, without the slightest change. Holding the mammoth's blade horizontally, Mu Feng slashed out abruptly. The bright white slash swayed out like moonlight, and then suddenly widened, horizontally cutting all the lion's earth coiling horizontally and disintegrating. Advertisement. The Golden Lion beside him was completely dumbfounded. He is also a great swordsman, although he is not a great swordsman standing on the top. But he knows where the limit of the great swordsman is. Even in his heyday, holding Sakura 10 and withered wood, he is absolutely unable to slash such a terrifying behead. The little devil in front of him has definitely surpassed the great swordsman. Looking at Mu Feng's figure, Golden Lion seemed to see another person's figure. Roger. Golden Lion murmured. One Piece Roger, the only man recognized by Golden Lion. The spirit of swallowing the sky, as if it was carved out of a mold. Impossible. Impossible, how could my Golden Lion lose? I'm the man who wants to rule this sea. It is absolutely impossible for me to lose, absolutely impossible. At this time, the Golden Lion had completely fallen into madness. After being defeated by Mu Feng, his last thought, the thought that supported him to live, has disappeared. Forcefully drew out 2 famous knives and held them in his hands, Golden Lion rushed towards Mu Feng frantically. Slashing the slash just now, killing Golden Lion is a breeze. But Mu Feng did not do so. As a respect for the once strong, at the very least, let Golden Lion die more gorgeous. Take out Senbon Sakura and Shikai. Under the sunlight, each thin blade reflects a pale pink color, like a sky full of sakura flowers. Funeral. Mu Feng said lightly, and the sky full of sakura flowers flocked to Golden Lion Shiki. Read more at hotmtlnovel.zi. Chinese MTL fan fiction, second element novel can be read at hotmtl novel for free. Advertisement. Chapter 66. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. Under this beautiful sakura flower scene, there are endless murderous opportunities hidden. As a strong person, you should be able to smell the danger. But now the Golden Lion is crazy. All his thoughts, reason, have been defeated by Mu Feng. The current Golden Lion is just a dying loser. Golden Lion's desire is to rule the entire world. And he had only seen this kind of hope in Roger, but Roger refused him. Maybe it was after the Battle of At Volume. Maybe it was when he was holding Sakura 10, withered wood, and drove alone into naval headquarters. Maybe it was after he was defeated by Garp and Sengoku. Maybe it was after he cut himself when he escaped from the great undersea prison with both feet. Golden Lion understood that he would never realize his dream anymore, so he was determined to die. Facing Senbon Sakura, Golden Lion rushed forward without hesitation. Just after contact with Senbon Sakura, Golden Lion's body suddenly stopped. Between Setsuna, there was no sound. The endless thin blade passed through Golden Lion's body. Every thin blade will take away a trace of blood. Under the sunlight, a bright red on the pale pink thin blade looked particularly coquettish. And Golden Lion, the moment Senbon Sakura passed through the body. Advertisement. The expression on his face froze. The pupils couldn't help but slowly dilated, and as soon as the hands holding Sakura 10 and the dead tree were loosened, the whole person fell into the sea. The legendary pirate, Golden Lion Shiki, fallen. Congratulations to host for killing Golden Lion Shiki. Rewards. 97 Advanced Experience Scrolls, 86 Exclusive Armament Hockey Experience Scrolls, 53 Exclusive Experience Scrolls for Observation Hockey, 43 Exclusive Experience Scrolls for Conqueror's Hockey, none go to the big sharp sword Sakura 10, Dead Wood. Because it belongs to a special life, reward the host Lion Fruit. At the moment of Golden Lion's death, the voice of the system immediately sounded in Mu Feng's mind. Mu Feng's expression was slightly sluggish, and then he was ecstatic. What is a big explosion? This is a big explosion. If it is put in the game, Golden Lion is definitely the kind of diamond-level boss, and it is the kind of residual blood. It is simply a dragon-slaying knife, click and send, the best equipment, 1-second brush burst. What excites Mu Feng is obviously more than that. I just listened to the voice of the system again. Congratulations to the host, complete the side mission. The Fall of the Legend. Mission Reward. Open the God Level Mall. May I ask whether the host is viewing the God Level Mall now? Read more at hotmtlnovel.zi. Of course, check it out. Mu Feng's face was already a little impatient. Similar to the system panel, a faintly fluorescent screen appeared in front of Mu Feng, with a total of 5 options. God Level Shopping Mall Open Black Lens Bracket Elementary Close Black Lens Bracket. Host's existing redemption voucher. 0 voucher. Super Experience Scroll, limited to 1 sale, price 100 coupons. Advertisement. Beauty Pill, limited to 5 pieces, price 20 coupons. Taigu Gaia Foundation, price 30 coupons. Low-level hypnosis technique, price 20 coupons. Ghoul Bloodline Open Black Lens Bracket Linhe Close Black Lens Bracket, price 40 points. Remarks. God Level Shopping Mall items are refreshed once a month and will not wait for expiration. The final interpretation right of this mall belongs to this system. Once exchanged, no return is allowed. When he saw the items in the God Level Mall, Mu Feng was delighted. But when he was about to exchange it, he was dumbfounded, because Mu Feng found that his redemption coupon was actually a 0-point coupon, which means he was a poor man. Even the cheapest low-level hypnosis technique, Mu Feng can't afford it. Although Mu Feng did not plan to buy it, because Mu Feng has Sharingan. System. Come on, how to get the coupon? Mu Feng roared inwardly. All valuable things can be exchanged into coupons. For example, devil fruit, gold, treasures, sea stone, various famous knives. But the more precious the items, the more coupons can be exchanged. The system explained to Mu Feng. Hearing the system, Mu Feng was taken aback at first. Then take out Lion Fruit and Sakura 10 and Deadwood 2 Supreme Sharp Knives. Asking for flowers. Advertisement. Asked. System, how many points are these 3 things worth? It took about 2 or 3 seconds before the system replied. Paramesha Devil Fruit Lion Fruit, belonging to the top Paramesha Devil Fruit, worth 200 points. Sakura 10. Deadwood, belonging to the Supreme Sharp Knife 12 skills, each worth 120-point coupons. May I ask host if you choose to redeem all these 3 items into points coupons? Mu Feng frowned, thought slightly, and then looked at the list of the God Level Mall. Then he said, exchange Lion Fruit for points. Sakura 10 and Deadwood will not be exchanged. In addition, by a super experience scroll and 5 beauty pills. This is the decision Mu Feng made after thinking about it. Lion fruit, such a powerful paramesha fruit, is only worth 200 points. It can be seen how precious the coupons are, so every coupon is very precious. Mu Feng must choose carefully, otherwise he would exchange a bunch of useless things, then Mu Feng would not cry to death in the toilet. First of all, Taigu Gaia Foundation, this thing is given to Mu Feng for nothing, and Mu Feng will not use it, and it is directly passed by Mu Feng. Then, the low-level hypnosis technique, to Mu Feng, who possesses Sharingan and can perform illusions, is completely rubbish. Besides, the ghoul bloodline, Lin He. Ghoul, Nima, cannibalistic creature. The most important thing is that apart from cannibalism, you can only drink coffee, and you can't taste other food at all. This kind of side effect is such a huge pedigree. Even if Mu Feng gives away 10,000 points, Mu Feng will not accept it, not to mention the descent of the ghoul pedigree is so weak. So the last choice is the super experience scroll and beauty pill. Mu Feng has always believed that you get what you pay for. As the most valuable thing in the God-level shopping mall, Mu Feng believes in its utility. The beauty pill is prepared. Although Mu Feng has no daughter-in-law now, he can't use it. However, there will always be something like a daughter-in-law. For example, Mu Feng's already optimistic goal Hancock. Therefore, we must first prepare for what to do if the system store cannot be refreshed in the future. Read more at hotmtlnovel.zi. Chinese MTL fan fiction, second element novel can be read at hotmtl novel for free. Advertisement. Chapter 67. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. Seeing lion fruit disappearing in his hand, Mu Feng didn't feel the slightest distress in his eyes. For him who has the system, even shock fruit, dark fruit, thunder fruit, this top devil fruit is placed in front of Mu Feng, and Mu Feng will not look twice. Although there is no denying that these devil fruits are very powerful, Mu Feng is also very excited. But the side effects of being restrained by the sea are not acceptable to Mu Feng. As a swordsman, one would naturally have a preference for famous swords. Mu Feng is no exception, so he will leave Sakura 10 and Deadwood. After all, there are only 12 supreme sharp knives in the entire pirate world. Of course, this is just a small interest of Mu Feng. If someday the God-level mall is refreshed to make things in Mu Feng's heart, Mu Feng will definitely not hesitate to exchange Sakura 10 and Deadwood for points. Super Experience Scroll, 1 piece, and Beauty Pill, 5 pieces, have been distributed to the host space backpack. Please check it carefully by the host. The system sounded. Without hesitation, he took out 2 things from the space backpack. A quaint brown scroll and a small porcelain bottle. Item. Super Experience Scroll. Open black lens bracket type. Consumables close black lens bracket. Quality. 7 stars. Note. It can increase a super large amount of proficiency. Please pay attention to the use of host. If it is used for skills close to the full level, it is likely to cause waste. Advertisement. Item. Beauty Pill. Open black lens bracket type. Elixir close black lens bracket. Quality. 5 stars. Remarks. The Setsuna that can keep the face forever in the taking. Lolita. Yu Jia. No woman can refuse the temptation of Yong Yan Dan. Stable. This was Mu Feng's first reaction after seeing the beauty pill. With this thing, you don't need to beat celestial dragons, you can attack Hancock. Well, besides the one for Hancock, there are 4 more, who should I give it to? This is indeed a more difficult question. Forget it. The future things, think about it later. Mu Feng put the beauty pill into the space backpack, and then took out the super experience scroll. Read more at hotmtlnovel.zi. Then, Mu Feng fell into entanglement. There are more wolves and less meat. Mangekyo Sharingan, Conqueror's Haki, Immortal Body, Sage Art Wood Style, Senbon Sakura. These evil capitalist vampires. Bah, that's not right. They are proficiency vampires, each one needs a lot of proficiency. After struggling for a long time, Mu Feng finally decided to use it for Senbon Sakura. For the reason, Mu Feng thought about it. First of all, for Mu Feng who owns Kamui, the means of saving his life does not need to be improved first. The body of the immortal is placed in a row, and the level is controlled by the sage art of the immortal body. Wood style is naturally ruled out. As for Conqueror's Haki, unless the boundaries of Conqueror's Haki are broken. Otherwise, there is not much use for eggs. So the last option is Mangekyo Sharingan and Senbon Sakura. Advertisement. Mangekyo Sharingan is LV8, and Senbon Sakura is LV6. Senbon Sakura was chosen because of its low level. As for how much proficiency the super experience scroll can increase, Mu Feng didn't know how much, and based on the principle of not being wasted, he chose Senbon Sakura. The super experience scroll was torn apart, and the milky white light enveloped Mu Feng. It took a while before it gradually dissipated. During this period, Senbon Sakura's proficiency has been increasing crazily. LV6, 11%, 34%, 68%, 97%. LV7, 14%, 84%. LV8, 18%, 38%, 88%. LV9, 27%, 86%. Finally, Senbon Sakura's level was raised to the level of LV9, proficiency 86%, which means that the current Senbon Sakura has completed Bankai. It's a super experience scroll, if it's for me to practice it myself. I'm afraid it's impossible to open Bankai in 10 years. God level Mall, it really is a good thing. It's not useless that I ran to the East China Sea from Naval Headquarters. It will be refreshed once a month. It seems that the Hunter Guild will start to act aggressively. Otherwise, if a great item is brought out and the coupons in hand are not enough, then I will not cry to death. Mu Feng thought in his heart. After using up all the advanced experience scrolls that emerged from Golden Lion, Armed Color, Seeing and Hearing Color, and Conqueror's Haki, all kinds of exclusive experience scrolls. Host. Mu Feng. World. One Piece. Ability. Advertisement. Mangekyo Sharingan. Open black lens bracket LV8 close black lens bracket open black lens bracket binocular Mangekyo close black lens bracket open black lens bracket proficiency 0.6% close black lens bracket open black lens bracket have pupil skills Amaterasu, Kamui, Moon Redding, Susano close black lens bracket Armament Haki open black lens bracket LVMAX close black lens bracket open black lens bracket proficiency 11.3% close black lens bracket. Observation Haki open black lens bracket LV9 close black lens bracket open black lens bracket proficiency 88.8% close black lens bracket. Conqueror's Haki open black lens bracket LV8 close black lens bracket open black lens bracket proficiency 97.6% close black lens bracket. Marine 6 Styles open black lens bracket LVMAX close black lens bracket open black lens bracket developed various ground extension skills close black lens bracket 8000 Swords LVMAX 12 proficiency 51% swordsmanship that breaks the boundaries of two kendos close black lens bracket Basic Ninjutsu LVMAX proficiency 100% Wood Style Ninjutsu open black lens bracket LVMAX close black lens bracket open black lens bracket proficiency 100% close black lens bracket. The Body of the Fairy LV7 proficiency 0%. Sage Art Wood Style open black lens bracket LV7 close black lens bracket open black lens bracket proficiency 1.0100% close black lens bracket open black lens bracket level is limited to fairy body close black lens bracket. Zanpakuto. Senbon Sakura open black lens bracket LV9 close black lens bracket open black lens bracket proficiency 86% close black lens bracket open black lens bracket Bankai close black lens bracket. This is Mu Feng's current strength, whether it is Mangekyo, swordsmanship, wood style ability, or Senbon Sakura's power, they are all comparable to four emperors. But what is slightly embarrassing is that there is no ability to make Mu Feng's strength change qualitatively. Therefore, although Mu Feng's current strength is not inferior to any four emperors, he cannot defeat the four emperors. Because four emperors is never the title of a certain individual, it represents a group of pirates. This is the case for four emperors, not to mention the world government that has ruled the entire world for 800 years. Mu Feng would never believe it. So for the current Mu Feng, he still needs to be cautious. Read more at hotmtlnovel.zi. Chinese MTL fan fiction, second element novel can be read at hotmtl novel for free. Advertisement. Chapter 68. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. At the moment Golden Lion died, Lion Fruit's abilities were already ineffective. Dozens of floating islands that were originally floating in the air only floated using his power. The golden lion naturally fell down when he died. Boom, boom, boom. The island fell, and the beast was raised on the island by the golden lion. A large part of them will have swimming. And these beasts are all beasts that have evolved by feeding on the special plant IQ. It is 100 times more terrifying than ordinary beasts, comparable to the Sea King. If they were allowed to flee in all directions, they would definitely cause incalculable harm to the entire East China Sea. Although Marine will surely be able to destroy these beasts in the end, it is already unknown how many lives will be lost in the mouth of these beasts. As Marine Admiral, Mu Feng certainly would not watch this happen. Bankai Senbon Sakura Kajiyoshi, Mu Feng said lightly. With that, Mu Feng released Senbon Sakura in his hand. Senbon Sakura, released from the hand of Ten Mu Feng, fell straight down, and soon fell into the sea, rippling layers, and then disappearing into the ripples. At the same time, rising from the ripples on the sea surface there were 2 rows of huge blades, as many as tens of thousands. There is no further shikaiization of these blades. Because it is not necessary, the number of blades is sufficient at this moment. Death, Mu Feng said lightly. The countless blades shot out quickly, the target was the scattered beast. Advertisement. All of them hit the center of the eyebrows. In just a short time, the golden lion worked so hard to raise the beast for more than 10 years and was slaughtered by Mu Feng clean. Fortunately, golden lion is already dead, otherwise he will definitely be mad at death. Congratulations, host, kill 4,743 mutant beasts. Because they belong to a special life form, reward host. Special plant IQX 4743. Huh, Mu Feng was taken aback. Take out a plant called IQ from the space backpack. Item. Special plant IQ. Open black lens bracket type. Plant close black lens bracket. Quality. 3 stars. Remarks. These plants have some special miraculous effects on the evolution of organisms. They can accelerate the evolution of organisms and can be planted. Each plant is worth 0.1 points. Close black lens bracket. Seeing the remarks of this thing, Mu Feng couldn't help but shine. Not because of how powerful this plant is, but because it can be planted and is worth 0.1 points. This allowed Mu Feng to see a way to get points on a large scale. It seems that there is a small island named Grimbit next to Dreyrosa, on which the small human races, Dongtata clan, claim that there are no plants that their clan can't cultivate. Read more at hotmtlnovel.zi. Well, it seems I have to make time for a trip. 4,000 of them were exchanged for points, and hundreds of them were left as seedlings. Bolu. Bolu. Mu Feng called Sengoku's phone worm. Moses. I'm Marshal Sengoku. Sengoku's voice rang from the phone worm. Marshal, it's me, Mu Feng said. Mu Feng, did Golden Lion find it? Advertisement. Already solved. Quote. Sengoku was silent, even a little unbelievable. When Mu Feng left Naval Headquarters, it was only a day and a half when he was full. Just rushing to the troubled sea area is already very reluctant. When receiving a call from Mu Feng, he thought it was Mu Feng who wanted to request support, but he did not expect to have completed the task. Sengoku doesn't think Mu Feng is joking with himself because it makes no sense at all. The fall of Golden Lion made Sengoku feel complicated. Excitement, joy, excitement, maybe mixed with a trace of loss. Because Golden Lion is to Sengoku what Roger is to Garp. Good job, return to the headquarters as soon as possible, Sengoku said. Yes. Mu Feng replied with a smile. Hang up the phone bug, just when Mu Feng was about to leave. Suddenly stopped, because he suddenly thought of a question. As the 3 legendary pirates, Golden Lion can have no treasure of its own. Whitebeard has no treasure to understand, because what he cherishes is his family. Roger put his treasure in Lovedrew, but the era of great pirates started. As the most powerful flying pirate group at the time. If Golden Lion did not leave a valuable treasure, Mu Feng would not believe that he was killed. And with the character of Golden Lion, where can the treasure be hidden? It's nothing more than taking it by your side. Thinking of this, Mu Feng felt painful all over. Nima, why did I put the Golden Lion so quickly? He should stay a little longer. But it's not a big problem. Mu Feng's hands are like a flower-like knot, and he can't see the shadow of his fingers. He shouted. Advertisement. Wood style wood clone. Many pieces of wood jumped out of Mu Feng's hands. Falling on the surrounding sea, it became a wood clone. There are hundreds of them. Puff! 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 All of the wooden Fen 237 jumped into the sea. And Mu Feng himself used wood style to make a floating chair. Lying on it comfortably, took out a glass of juice from the space backpack. By the way, he took out a pair of sunglasses and put it on to bask in the sun. Many people are powerful. Hundreds of wood clone quickly found the treasure of Golden Lion. 3 unusually strong stone chambers. Even if it fell from a height of several thousand meters, it was not damaged in the slightest. There is no wood clone to find the key to the stone room. After all, the key is too small to find. But for Mu Feng, the key is completely dispensable. Take out the mammoth blade and slash it down. The door of the stone chamber is directly turned into stone chips. The first is the largest stone chamber. The stone gate was cut open. With the dazzling golden light, Mu Feng couldn't open his eyes at all. It's all golden gold, mixed with a small amount of Pele with large denominations. Gold has no allure to Mu Feng. However, in the God level mall, 10 kilograms of gold is worth 1 point coupon, and this gold provides Mu Feng with 150 points coupon. The second smaller stone chamber is filled with all kinds of jewels and diamonds. It is also a valuable thing. Mu Feng exchanged 135 points. 2 stone chambers were opened, and there was the last one, and the smallest one. Read more at hotmtlnovel.zi. Chinese MTL fan fiction, second element novel can be read at hotmtl novel for free. Advertisement. Chapter 69. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. For the treasures in this last stone chamber, Mu Feng is most looking forward to. The pirate Admiral Golden Lion, who has been traversing the sea for decades, has treasured treasures. If there are only some gold jewelry, Mu Feng would not believe it, but what is the most precious treasure in the pirate world? Needless to say, the answer is already ready. There are 3 floors in the stone room cut open by Mu Feng, with 9 devil fruits on each floor. In other words, there are a total of 27 devil fruits. 27. Devil fruit. What is this concept? Although devil fruit is priced at 100 million Baileys on the market, it is impossible to buy a better devil fruit even for 1 billion Baileys. On the black market, an extremely ordinary devil fruit can also be sold at a price of 500 million yuan. But even at such a high price, devil fruit is rarely sold. Because devil fruit is synonymous with power, there are so many rich people in the world who wave Pele in their hands and want to buy a devil fruit. Only celestial dragons could not take devil fruit seriously. Mu Feng hasn't read the devil fruit big picture book, but it doesn't matter. Because there is a system. Soon, the results of the 27 devil fruits were identified. 14 zone devil fruit, 12 paramesha devil fruit, and 1 logia devil fruit. Logia devil fruit is a union fruit. In Mu Feng's opinion, it is a very powerful logia devil fruit. You must know that there are many types of clouds, such as cumulonimbus and thunderclouds. If the development level is sufficient, it will definitely be possible. Reach the level of Admiral. The system also gave a value of 240 coupons, which is higher than lion fruit. I believe that if it hadn't been for Golden Lion to have eaten lion fruit, he would definitely eat this union fruit. Advertisement. Among the remaining paramesha and zone devil fruit, apart from a saber-toothed leopard fruit from the ancient species of zone, there is nothing good. Leave the union fruit and the saber-toothed leopard fruit, and exchange the rest for points. 25 devil fruits, a total of 2,300 points were redeemed. No way, the junk fruit system is not good either. Counting the 400 voucher exchanged by IQ plants before, now Mu Feng has a total of 2,700 voucher in his hand. Now I am waiting for the God level mall to refresh next month. Golden Lion deserves to be the character with the beginning of the golden letter. It is rich. Read more at hotmtlnovel.zi. Apart from the 4 emperors, the pirate group in the entire pirate world, only the Golden Lion can have such a background. After all, they are the legendary pirates. After leaving Wood Clone on the bottom of the sea for a long time, there was no gain, and Mu Feng gave up, relieved all the Wood Clone, and prepared to return to naval headquarters. But at this moment, there was a sudden shock in his arms, and the expression on Mu Feng's face was slightly surprised. Pulled out a vermilion card from his arms, Hunter's License. In addition to proof of identity, the Hunter's License is also a tool for communication. However, Mu Feng only told Rayleigh about this method of transmission. Sure enough, the serial number of number 0003 appeared on the hunter's license. Rayleigh in the Chambord Islands is looking for himself. Advertisement. However, the hunter license does not have a communication function, so Mu Feng has no way to understand the situation. Scratching his head in distress, Mu Feng muttered to himself, "Well, I knew that Rayleigh was supposed to be a phone bug in the Chambord Islands. Forget it, let's go there." Quote. From the space backpack to find the eternal pointer of the Chambord Islands, Mu Feng set off on the waves. Going back to naval headquarters is not in a hurry. Aokiji, Kizaru, will often finish their missions, and then wander around for half a month before rushing back to the headquarters. This is Admiral's privilege. Chambord Islands, Island GR1. Hunter Guild. If someone asks Rayleigh what is the second biggest wrong decision he has made in his life, Rayleigh will definitely answer to become the general counsel of the Hunter Guild. Nima. The president doesn't know who it is, that's all. The vice chairman ran for 3 or 4 months, but there was no news. The huge guild casually handed it over to a retired old man. It's a cheating. There is nothing. As for asking Rayleigh what was the worst decision he has made in his life, it was definitely his brain fever that became Roger's deputy captain. Nima. That's even more of a super big pit product, there is nothing. But if you let Rayleigh make another choice, he will still become Roger's deputy captain and join the Hunter Guild. Quote. You, Senior Rayleigh, how busy are you? At this time, a familiar voice sounded. It was Mu Feng. No, it should be said that it was Mu Feng who used the transformation technique. It should be called Senju Hashirama at this moment. Advertisement. Ha ha. Vice President, you still know that you are back. Mu Feng could hear that Rayleigh's words were full of resentment, and the expression in his eyes was extremely resentful. I couldn't help but smile with a guilty conscience. Ahahaha. Well, this isn't the Hunters Guild just started building. I have to recruit people too. I'm too busy these days. Have you found it? I can't make me a bad old man. Tenten is exhausted. The resentment in Rayleigh's words grew deeper. Ahahaha. I found it. Of course I found it. No way. Mu Feng could only bite the bullet and said, Senior Rayleigh, next time. Next time I come back, I will bring you one, good king, the quasi-admiral class powerhouse will come and give you a hand. By the way, what happened? Mu Feng hurriedly changed the subject. The expression on Rayleigh's face twitched. The quasi-admiral class powerhouse is a powerhouse that can contend against admiral in a short period of time without losing the wind. In the Four Emperors pirate group, it is definitely the existence of the captain, General Star, and cadres. You think it's Chinese cabbage, you can find it if you find it. I helped my glasses, and didn't take Mu Feng's words to heart at all. Rayleigh opened his mouth and said, Last time you asked me if Shanks would like to be a hunter, now I have an answer. What do you say? Mu Feng raised his eyebrows and asked. Hearing what Rayleigh said, it seemed that something went wrong. The Shanks kid agreed, but Rayleigh had a sudden pause. Read more at hotmtlnovel.zi. Chinese MTL fan fiction, second element novel can be read at hotmtl novel for free. Advertisement. Chapter 70. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. Mu Feng raised his brows and asked, But what's wrong? Tell me, does the red-haired guy have any conditions? If it's not outrageous, you can agree. Seeing Mu Feng's words, Rayleigh said straightforwardly, This is how it happened, because of the drought. Jack was killed by Marine's white bear, and even if he shot himself, he failed to kill the white bear, so that his position of 4 emperors frequently under the shock. The angry Kaido naturally wanted to stand up, and the target was pointed at the pirate group of Shanks. Well, I didn't expect it to happen because of me. Oh, Red Hair wants us to help him deal with Kaido. He is not afraid that Red Hair pirates will not be able to gain a foothold in the New World in the future. Mu Feng was a little surprised. The battle between 4 emperors would definitely be ridiculed if foreign aid was invited. No. Rayleigh shook his head and said, If it's just the beasts, even if we take the initiative to fight. Shanks would not agree. But this time it's not just the beasts, but also the Big Mom pirates. Kaido contacted Charlotte Linlin. This time it was the intention to start a top-notch war in the New World to eliminate red-hair pirates. What about the red-haired request? Mu Feng asked with a slightly solemn expression. Help him stop the Big Mom pirate group, and don't let 383 get involved in the battle between the Red Hare and the beasts. Rayleigh said Shank's conditions. Mu Feng did not speak, but tapped his fingers on the table, thinking. Rayleigh looked at Mu Feng, but did not continue to speak. Out of personal emotion, Rayleigh hopes that Mu Feng can accept this task. After all, Shanks was trained by himself. But in the face of the giant Big Mom, even if Mu Feng does not accept it, Rayleigh is understandable. After all, the current Hunter Guild has only 3 people. Rayleigh thought the president exists, and the 4 emperors dare not provoke even the naval headquarters easily. After a while, Mu Feng spoke and said, yes, there is no problem in accepting this task. But just becoming a hunter is not enough. 5 devil fruits, plus 1 red hair pirates to accept the guild designated task free of charge. If you agree, we will accept it. Task. Advertisement. The expression on Rayleigh's face was slightly wrong, but he didn't expect that Mu Feng would dare to accept the task. Okay, I'll ask Shanks. Rayleigh nodded. Then he took out a phone worm and dialed it. Soon, there was a hearty laughter from the phone bug. Ah ha ha. Uncle Rayleigh, we are having a banquet, should you come over and have a couple of drinks? It's a redhead, even when this kind of war is approaching. At the juncture, he did not change his true colors in the slightest. For Shanks's character, Rayleigh has already taken offense. He said with a smile. Next time, it's too late to rush over now. By the way, boy, the vice president of our guild has approved your mission application. But the payment is not enough. You still need to provide 5 devil fruits, plus 1 red hair pirates accepts assignments assigned by the guild for free. What kind of kid? Let's decide quickly. Our vice chairman happens to be there. Oh, Mr. Senju Hashirama is here. 5 devil fruits are no problem at all, but red hair pirates accepts the guild assigned task. Red hair hesitated. Read more at hotmtlnovel.zi. Don't worry, it won't be a mortal task. With Senior Rayleigh, it is impossible to cheat you. Mu Feng naturally knew what the redhead was hesitating about. With a red-haired personality, if you agree, you will definitely do it. If the task released at that time is to let red hair pirates collectively go to naval headquarters to surrender, then you say red hair does it or not. Ahahaha. This way, that's okay. The red hair said heartily. Okay. Then our hunter guild will block the Big Mom pirate group so that it cannot intervene in the battle between you and the beasts. What is the time limit? We can't always block Big Mom. There is still time. When will the war be? Turn it on. Mu Feng asked. Baka. Advertisement. 7 days. 7 days is enough. Time in 3 days. Red hair said. No problem. Get devil fruit ready. See you after the war. Mu Feng smiled. Okay. See you after the war. Red hair also smiled. After speaking, Hongfa said goodbye to Rayleigh and hung up the phone worm. Let's go. Mu Feng looked at Rayleigh and said. Rayleigh was visibly taken aback, and asked, what are you doing? Mu Feng took it for granted and said, what else? Didn't we accept the task of red hair? Of course, to stop Big Mom. Rayleigh pointed at Mu Feng first, and then at himself. Just the 2 of us. Rayleigh stunned. Mu Feng nodded and said, of course, otherwise. Of course, otherwise. Rayleigh was full of black lines. That was the 4 emperors. Even Marines didn't dare to provoke them easily, except that Kaido, a lunatic who dared to use his unkillable body to forcefully break into the territory of other 4 emperors, even Whitebeard would not dare to provoke him. Where is the president? He won't act together. Rayleigh suddenly remembered and asked. Advertisement. The vice president has 4 emperors level combat power, and the president is certainly not bad. In addition to himself, blocking the entire Big Mom pirate group is not out of the question. President. This kind of task does not require the president to take action. Mu Feng waved his hand. Quote. Rayleigh was speechless. This kind of task is justified even if Marine is dispatched from the nest. For this kind of task, the president will not be dispatched. Then what kind of task will be dispatched? It is impossible to overthrow the world government this kind of task. But nay, he was already on the thief ship and could only get up and follow Mu Feng. New world, the waters of red hair pirates. Shanks, Beast's pirates has been fully deployed and drove towards us. Big Mom is also ready to move, what shall we do? Ben Beckman asked. As the think tank of red hair pirates, he is also helpless at the moment. If it's just any 4 emperors, even Whitebeard will not be afraid of red hair. However, they are facing 4 emperors now. In the face of absolute power, resourcefulness, just a joke. Shanks waved his hand indifferently and said, preparing to face Kaido. As for the ants' side, there is no need to bother. Someone will help us block it. Read more at hotmtlnovel.zi. Chinese MTL fan fiction, second element novel can be read at hotmtl novel for free. Advertisement. Chapter 71. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. Someone will help us block the ant. Ben Beckman stunned. Whitebeard. Is Whitebeard ready to go to war? Hearing that someone would block Big Mom, Ben Beckman subconsciously thought of Whitebeard. But in New World, as long as you don't provoke Whitebeard and his group of sons. Even in the dark, Whitebeard will not participate. Shanks was just a junior in front of Whitebeard. Perhaps in some respects, it is still a hostile relationship, and it is naturally impossible to help fight for no reason. Whitebeard. That old guy doesn't know how to fight. The red hair smiled. Ben Beckman was stunned. Who else would there be? Hunter Guild. The red hair sighed and said, an inexplicable force, but the vice president completely suppressed the vice captain, terrifying strength. It seems that this sea is going to be surging again. Quote. Ben Beckman was shocked. Shanks's vice president was not referring to himself, but another legend, One Piece's right hand, Pluto, Rayleigh. Although Rayleigh is now old, it is also Admiral's peak combat power. The one that can completely suppress Rayleigh is definitely the 4 Emperors' rank combat power. When did such a terrifying power emerge from the sea? But Ben Beckman was also relieved. Because next, I and others only need to face Beast's pirates, and red hair pirates and beasts have fought countless times. Advertisement. Comma 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 comma. New World, Totland Waters. This is the sea area ruled by the 4 Emperors' Big Mom pirate group, a dreamy kingdom like all nations. Charlotte Linlin's dream is to allow all races in the world to live together regardless of height. I have to say that the dream is still pretty good. Cake Island, the station of Charlotte Linlin. The appearance looks like it consists of a large cake and cream. There are more than 20 warships docked around Cake Island, of which the largest warship. The fat ant looked at Baron Dandan and asked, my children, are they ready? Back to mother. Apart from Kata Curry, the remaining 3 desserts have all been on board. The dessert ministers have also gathered 27 ministers. Baron Dandan said respectfully. Read more at hotmtlnovel.zi. Well, let them take care of the rest, let's go. Charlotte Linlin waved a big hand. Obviously, she can't wait to grab Shanks' territory by half. In the seas ruled by Shanks, there must be a lot of desserts that you haven't eaten before, and they will be yours in the future. The dessert 4 stars dispatched the 3rd, and 34 ministers dispatched 27. In addition to Charlotte Linlin himself, the Big Mom Pirates group is all out, and everyone in the Anti-Pirates group is also very excited. Because after today, the 4 Emperors of New World will become the 3 Emperors. Or maybe there is another new 4 Emperors rising. Advertisement. On the contrary, 4 Emperors red hair pirates will become history. Moreover, they will be wiped out by their own hands, so how could they not be excited? The fleet of the Big Mom pirate group sailed to the red-haired waters. Comma 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 comma. The weather in the New World waters is changeable. The last second was stormy, and the next second was already blue sky. On the boat a few meters long, Rayleigh's mouth twitched. Hey. You are a capable person. You come to New World in this kind of boat. Are you afraid of capsizing? During the storm just now, the boat almost was overturned several times. Don't be afraid, you still have Senior Rayleigh. I heard that you swim very well. I believe it should be fine to take me to the nearest island. Mu Feng said indifferently. Because he is not a capable person at all. Quote. Rayleigh just felt like he was being pitted. Suddenly, Mu Feng's eyes condensed. Although he did not open Sharingan's form, Mu Feng's eyesight was far more than normal. Asking for flowers. Senior Rayleigh, Big Mom is here. Mu Feng said lightly. Huh. Rayleigh squinted slightly and looked in the direction where Mu Feng was looking. Vaguely seeing a fleet of ships coming from a distance, he couldn't help but sigh. It's better to be young, and the eyes are better than those of old guys like me. My eyesight has always been better than others. Mu Feng shrugged and smiled. You're old, it's me. Advertisement. You are the vice president, of course you are here. Rayleigh said. Well, even though Conqueror's hockey is not as strong as yours, it can still be used. Mu Feng said casually, and then stood at the bow of the ship. The boat drove forward quickly, and Mu Feng suddenly opened Conqueror's hockey. Conqueror's hockey, who has been LV8, at the top, rages out. The first person who felt this hockey was naturally Rayleigh next to Mu Feng. He couldn't help but change slightly, and sighed secretly. Not only has the fruit ability developed to an unprecedented level, hockey is also close to the limit. He is really an enchanting guy, I'm afraid with Marine. The newly appointed White Bear Admiral has a good fight. I don't know if Rayleigh knew it was Marine Admiral White Bear in front of him. What kind of expression would that look like? Immediately after Rayleigh, the people who felt the horror of Conqueror's hockey were the people of the Big Mom pirate group, and the low-powered people had fainted to the ground. It's that guy. Dare to release Conqueror's hockey in front of my old lady. Suddenly, an angry and sharp roar sounded. Then the same Conqueror's hockey abruptly, offsetting Mu Feng's Conqueror's hockey. On the largest battleship headed, a plump woman appeared. He was several times larger than an ordinary man, with bloodshot eyes, heavy lipstick and light purple eyeshadow, big mouth with saliva dripping from time to time, and he was wearing a large pink dress. Vice President of the Hunter Guild, Senju Hashirama. Mu Feng said lightly while looking at the ant. Read more at hotmtlnovel.zi. Chinese MTL fan fiction, second element novel can be read at hotmtl novel for free. Advertisement. Chapter 72. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. Hunter Guild, what little pirate group? I haven't heard of it. Dare to block my mother's way, then let my mother die. Well, Rayleigh. Charlotte Linlin obviously saw Rayleigh standing next to Mu Feng. Ignoring Mu Feng directly, he looked at Rayleigh and said, Pluto, Rayleigh. I didn't expect to see One Piece's right hand here. Why? Are you here to help the red hair stop me? It's you, plus the last kid, do you think you can do it? He. Just to catch you here, and then force you to ask Lavdru's secret. Rayleigh. Pluto. Rayleigh. The deputy captain of One Piece, how could he appear here? I heard that the redhead used to be a trainee pirate on Pirate King Roger's ship. Naturally, it has something to do with Pluto, and 1, 2, 3, Rayleigh. It should be here to stop Mom. Huh, how is this possible? Even Whitebeard can't stop us Big Mom alone. He should have been to Lovedrew. The crew around Big Mom are very excited. If you can catch Rayleigh, then you can ask the ultimate secret of One Piece. As a pirate, there is nothing but excited about it. Advertisement. Fire in the sky. Charlotte Linlin waved to the sky. Suddenly, a lot of flames fell from the sky. Charlotte Linlin is the power of Paramesh's soul fruit. Being able to deal with people's souls at will, it will take the souls away in the form of life, and then let the souls live in various things to personify them, or form the power of terror. Really? Why it seems like I did it. Rayleigh said helplessly. Then he pulled out the long knife at his waist and slammed it into the sky. Suddenly, all the flames in the sky were dissipated, and the remaining sporadic flames also fell into the sea. Senior Rayleigh, you are the legendary big pirate after all. Mu Feng said with a smile. At the same time, the movements of the hands are not slow, and the fingerprints are quickly formed. Wood-style Finoki. Unprepared, countless cuboid columns of wood fell from the sky. Each wooden pillar carried a mighty force and smashed into the pirate fleet of Big Mom. Unprepared, everyone on board can only passively defend. Read more at hotmtlnovel.zi. Fortunately, ships with armament hockey masters are powerful demon fruit power, parried Hinogi. However, nearly half of Big Mom's ships were obviously unable to parry, and was directly blasted through the entire hull by Fei Nogi. Just a face-to-face, Big Mom lost half of its ships. Damn kid. Snug. Go kill him. The pirates were so damaged. Charlotte Linlin was naturally very angry, but her attention was all on Rayleigh, but she didn't have the time to focus on Mu Feng. In her opinion, Mu Feng was just Rayleigh. It's just a hairy kid brought here. Charlotte Snug. Advertisement. One of the 4 stars of dessert, although he was defeated by the weird monk, Urgi in the plot. But it can become a 4-star dessert. Absolutely one of the strongest cadres in the Big Mom Pirates, a person with cheese fruit ability can turn his whole body into sticky cheese to restrain his opponent and suffocate his opponent. What a fool. Mu Feng said lightly. You, a devil fruit capable person, dare to jump over in the ocean. If you don't kill you, I'm sorry for the devil fruit that you ate. Wood-style Sunro Vientian. Numerous roots suddenly emerged from under the surface of the sea, and then entangled Charlotte Snug. Pulled him directly into the depths of the ocean floor. For those with abilities, the consequences of being dragged into the sea can be imagined, and the slightly stronger people in the Big Mom pirate group are all those with the ability of devil fruit. Naturally, there is no one who can dive into the water to save Snag. Congratulations to host, for killing the Big Mom pirates, Charlotte Snug, one of the 4 dessert stars, rewarding host with 35 advanced experience scrolls, 27 armament hockey exclusive experience scrolls, exclusive to observation hockey 21 experience scrolls. Because it belongs to a special life, the host will be rewarded with the best and delicious cheesecake x10. The system sounded. It proved that Charlotte Snug, who was dragged into the water by Wood Style, was dead. Charlotte Linlin, who ate the fruit of the soul, seemed to be very sensitive to life. The death of Charlotte Snug was also felt. Immediately, Charlotte Linlin became furious. She dared to kill her child so wildly in front of her, which made Charlotte Linlin very angry. Immediately shouted, "Damn boy, I am going to kill you first." Thundercloud Zeus. I saw Charlotte Linlin's left-hand claws, held high in the air. Between her fingers, the dark and strange soul condensed and injected into the clouds next to her. Rumble. Muffled thunder sounded. Advertisement. In the sky, lightning and thunder, black clouds. Mom. Mom is angry. Now, the guy who killed Snug must be dead. Stay away, or we will suffer too. In the endless black clouds, the violent lightning power seems to have been suppressed to the limit, and there is a tendency to explode at any time. Suddenly, a thick lightning fell and hit Mu Feng at 2.9. Good coming. Mu Feng's fighting spirit was high in his eyes. Wood-style wood expulsion jutsu. The voice fell, and a wooden shield shaped like a grimace with fangs appeared in the air. The thick thunder and lightning blasted on it. It only burned a piece of scorched black. There was no way to blast through the wood expulsion, and Mu Feng under the wood expulsion. Naturally, there was nothing to do. Wood-style wood dragon technique. The huge wooden dragon roared, rising from the sea and rushing to the black clouds in the sky. Cloud from dragon, wind from tiger. The dragon's feet have always been driving the clouds, and the wooden dragon is no exception. After walking and galloping several times in the dark clouds, the billowing clouds will dissipate directly. Read more at hotmtlnovel.zi. Chinese MTL fan fiction, second element novel can be read at hotmtl novel for free. Advertisement. Chapter 73. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. Everyone in the Big Mom pirate group was dumbfounded. In their view, his mother is invincible. Unexpectedly, Zeus, the usually terrifying thundercloud, would be dispelled so easily. And, what is that in the sky? Hey, are you tickling my wooden dragon? Mu Feng laughed. The wooden dragon hovered in the sky, opening his mouth, as if roaring. What the hell is that? Actually able to withstand my thundercloud Zeus? Charlotte Linlin's eyes widened, his eyes full of shock. Under the control of Mu Feng, the wooden dragon rushed straight to Charlotte Linlin below. Charlotte Linlin was not surprised to see such a scene. Raising his right hand, the power of the dark and strange soul once again covered the entire palm. This is the soul she plundered, and it is also the ability of the fruit of the soul. Able to inject soul into other life forms, and become a life that only obeys the 10 commands of oneself, that is, Hormats. The wooden dragon in front of him was so terrifying. If he could be transformed into Hormats, he would definitely be a great help for him. What surprised Charlotte Linlin was that he couldn't infuse his soul at all. How can it be? No matter it is any object, one's own soul energy can be poured into it, unless it is a real-life body. But this is obviously made by him with devil fruit ability. Charlotte Linlin would not know that the wooden dragon in front of him has nothing to do with devil fruit. It is the power of wood style. Not only that, but also Senju Hashirama's wood style power, and the reason why Senju Hashirama's wood style is so terrifying, even overpowering Uchiha Madara. It's because Senju Hashirama's wood style is full of yang, that is, vitality. Advertisement. Naturally, Charlotte Linlin could not reinfuse the soul into the wood dragon. Just as Charlotte Linlin was stunned, the wooden dragon had already bitten on her body. Under the bite of the wooden dragon, even the hard rocks will be directly crushed. However, the terrifying fangs of the wooden dragon fell on Charlotte Linlin's skin, as if it were not on the flesh and blood at all, but on the hard steel armor. Charlotte Linlin has a very strong body. Even armament hockey without any attached, exposed to the rain of bullets, could not cause her any trace of injuries. Damn it! To die for the old lady! Charlotte Linlin roared. With that said, Charlotte Linlin directly raised his hand and held the upper and lower jaws of the wooden dragon, exerting that force even more terrifying than the giant's. Just listen, tear it up. The huge wooden dragon was directly torn in half by Charlotte Linlin with brute force. Then he was thrown into the sea. And in this scene, Mu Feng was speechless. Read more at hotmtlnovel.zi. You must know the wood dragon, that is the existence that can compete with the tail beast. In the hands of the freak Charlotte Linlin, he was torn in half abruptly. Sure enough, none of the 4 emperors in New World is simple. Damn it! How dare you challenge your mother? Charlotte Smoky and Charlotte Cracker are both angry. Swing pretzel. Advertisement. Obviously, we can see the toughness of Mu Feng, and it is naturally impossible for Charlotte Cracker to keep her hands. Coming up is his most terrifying attack. The fluctuating sword energy attacked Mu Feng, and Charlotte Cracker also stepped on the waves, and the long sword took Mu Feng directly. If you dare to provoke Mom, just die for me. Charlotte Smoky roared, holding a threaded sword, and rushed towards Mu Feng. It's not like Charlotte Snug, who put it in the dessert 4 stars as just to make up the number. Charlotte Cracker and Charlotte Smoky are 2 people, the former has a reward of 860 million Baileys, and the latter has a reward of 932 million Baileys. The strength of the entire Big Mom pirate group can be ranked in the top 5. Absolutely the strength of the quasi-admiral level. The 2 of them, leave it to me. Rayleigh said suddenly. He doesn't want to confront Charlotte Linlin, after all, the main force of the battle is Mu Feng. Lifting the sword, directly confronted the 2 of them. At the same time, he smiled and said, I'm an old guy, so be gentle. Although he said so, he just met. Rayleigh has already gained the upper hand, pressing the 2 stars. Huh, wood fruits. You can develop to such a degree, it proves that you are very powerful. But if it's just wood, then it's over for me. Charlotte Linlin snorted, then raised his right hand, and the soul began to burn. Sun Prometheus. A terrifying flame suddenly appeared, as if to burn the entire sky. Unlike an ordinary flame, it is more like a ball of fire. The shape is better like the sun, and what's more weird is that there is an angry face on the fireball. It carried Charlotte Linlin's anger, and fell with the momentum of thunder. Advertisement. 760 Mom. It's Mom's son, Prometheus. Mom is completely angry. Now, that guy has a fixed quota. Really? Wood-style wooden golem jutsu. Mu Feng made seals on both hands, as the voice fell. A wooden golem, hundreds of meters high, stood suddenly on the surface of the water, with a wooden dragon on each of its left and right shoulders. Wooden golem's face was angry, his mouth roared, and his hands raised the sun toward the sky. What is that? Monster. Monster. Even a monster can't stop the sun from mother's right hand. Mom can make the weather obey her. On the surface dozens of nautical miles away, a Marine Standard Major General battleship. A middle-aged Major General with a shocked expression on his face, his hand holding the telescope couldn't help shaking. Goo. Goo. After a long while, the Major General swallowed hard. Shocked to himself. Someone actually stopped Big Mom. And it's not 4 emperors. How could it be possible? When did such a strong pirate appear in New World? This matter must be reported immediately. Marshal Sengoku will report. Read more at hotmtlnovel.zi. Chinese MTL fan fiction, second element novel can be read at hotmtl novel for free. Advertisement. Chapter 74. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. Malin Vander. Naval Headquarters, Marine Marshal's Office. At this time, Sengoku is also anxious about what is about to happen in New World. Big Mom and Beasts are united to attack the red-haired news. The open and dark lines are all over the New World Marine, how could it not know? Although Sengoku hated the pirates in his heart, he didn't want this war to start. In the face of the combination of Big Mom and Beasts, even naval headquarters is difficult to fight against. Not to mention just a single red hair pirates. The greatest possibility of this battle is red hair pirates perish. Sengoku didn't have time to pay attention to red hair pirates. What Sengoku is worried about is that after the demise of the red-haired pirate figure, the balance that was hard to maintain in New World will be broken, and by then, an unprecedented war of horror will even break out. Palm. The phone worm on the side of the table rang suddenly. The white phone bug has the function of preventing eavesdropping. Major General Nice, what happened to the Big Mom pirates? Without asking, Sengoku also knew the identity of the person on the other end of the phone worm. Back to the Marshal, the Big Mom pirate group was blocked. Nice said. What? With a loud noise, Sengoku got up from his chair. Big Mom was blocked. Who is it? Has Whitebeard participated in the battle? Sengoku subconsciously popped out of Whitebeard's mind. Apart from Whitebeard, he couldn't think of anyone in this world who would dare to stop Big Mom. Advertisement. And Whitebeard's participation in the war will only make matters worse. Think about it, the New World 4 emperors are in chaos. Sengoku just feels his scalp numb. No. Nice's voice said strangely. It's the Pluto, Silver Rayleigh. There is also a pirate that I don't know. And Rayleigh is playing against two generals. The one who is playing against Charlotte Linlin is another pirate. A big pirate like Rayleigh, but it's so recognizable. Rayleigh. Why did that guy show up? Sengoku said in horror. At the same time, his face was even more embarrassed. Rayleigh appeared. Then the gangsters of the Roger pirate group suddenly appeared again. Major General Nice, continue to monitor, but don't get involved in this battle. Right now, I will send Kizaru Admiral to New World immediately to support, understand? Sengoku said. Return to the Marshal, Ming. Nice said halfway through. The whole person was completely sluggish, because a scene suddenly happened before my eyes. Read more at hotmtlnovel.zi. Although Wooden Golem was filled with sufficient life energy, it became extremely tough. But wood is still wood after all, and ordinary fire may not burn wood-style wood. But Charlotte Linlin's Prometheus uses the flame of the soul to burn. Its temperature even surpasses Sakazuki's lava fruit. In the burning of Prometheus, Wooden Golem's arms have turned black. Rayleigh, who played against Charlotte Cracker and Charlotte Smoky, was at ease. After blocking the blow of the two, he looked at Mufeng and said, Boy, Charlotte Linlin is 4 emperors. If you don't show up some strength, you will lose out. Ah. Rayleigh knows very well that Mufeng is still doing his best. At the very least, the state that made my heart palpitations hasn't appeared yet. So, then end this battle. Advertisement. Mufeng, who had a relaxed look at first, suddenly condensed. A terrifying aura spread out from his body, sweeping the entire sea. Feeling this momentum, everyone in the entire sea area changed in unison. At this moment, Mufeng's eyes have become vermilion red, and the under-eye bags of both eyes also have vermilion lines in the position above the center of the eyebrows. Rayleigh, Charlotte Smoky, Charlotte Cracker. The battle between the 3 people, I don't know when it has stopped. All eyes are on Mufeng. This kid, his aura is even more terrifying than when he fought me last time. Rayleigh murmured. It's obviously not Conqueror's hockey. Why do I feel scared? Is it just imposing? Why do I feel stronger than my mother? Charlotte Smoggy said in astonishment. Okay. So scary. Charlotte Cracker's eyes widened already. Charlotte Linlin also smelled the crisis, and her face became embarrassed. The bloodshot eyes are thicker, and the killing intent is wanton. Thundercloud Zeus. Sun Prometheus. Thunder and lightning in the left hand, and the sun in the right hand. Outrageously, once again blasted to Mufeng. Under the bombardment of thunder and lightning, the space appeared fragmented, and under the chasing of the sun, the air was distorted. Charlotte Linlin did her best without reservation. But it was too late, because Mufeng had already completed the seal in his hands. Advertisement. Sage Art Wood Style Real Number Senju. As Mufeng's voice fell, the entire sky became gloomy. It's getting dark. What happened? Everyone in the Big Mom pirate group looked up to the sky, and couldn't help. Everyone became sluggish. What is that? From the sky. Has anything fallen from the sky? Buddha statue. An extremely huge Buddha statue. All nanos people in the Big Mom pirate group have a blank mind. However, there is no chance for them to think about these issues anymore. Damn. Charlotte Linlin's eyes are splitting. I wanted to raise my hand to condense the soul incarnation to resist the attack, but time was too late. And now it's on the sea, although the ship under your feet is the main ship of the Big Mom pirate group. But it can't take on such a terrifying force. Gritting his teeth, although not reconciled. But Charlotte Linlin still yelled, "Bray! Bring everyone in the family to the mirror world, let me go." Hunter Guild. Senju Hashirama. And Rayleigh, Charlotte Linlin, remember you, let's see. In front of every member of the Charlotte family, a mirror appeared, and when he touched it lightly, the whole person was sucked in. Finally, Charlotte Linlin also jumped in. Read more at hotmtlnovel.zi. Chinese MTL fan fiction, second element novel can be read at hotmtl novel for free. Advertisement. Chapter 75. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. The Big Mom pirate group has a total of more than 20 ships, each of which has 200 or 300 people on board, and there are 4,000 to 5,000 people on board more than 20 ships, and the Charlotte family the number of people is only 200 or 300 at most. The rest was abandoned by Charlotte Linlin. After all, Charlotte Bray's mirror fruit is magical, but it can't hold so many people. Charlotte Linlin is very decisive when he loses his pawn and protects his car. Mom, don't abandon us. Help, mother. Charlotte Linlin, you bastard. I surrender, forgive me. Cursing, crying, begging for mercy, all over the sea. And Mu Feng just watched all this with cold eyes. How could anyone who can join the Big Mom pirate group be a good person? Whoever doesn't have dozens of innocent lives in his hands, killing this group of garbage, Mu Feng can't have the slightest mental burden. Advertisement. Senju, the true number thousands of meters high, crashed down. The Buddha statue with closed eyes, hands folded in front of him, and thousands of arms stretched out behind him. All the pirate ships of Big Mom were destroyed when they fell into the sea. Suddenly, Mu Feng was inexplicably taken aback. Immediately, a smile appeared on his face. Because just now, Mu Feng heard the voice of the system. Although it was just a group of trash fish abandoned by Charlotte Linlin. But how much can be mixed in New World is also a bit of strength. A total of 375 Advanced Experience Scrolls, 73 Armament Hockey Exclusive Experience Scrolls and 84 Observation Hockey Exclusive Experience Scrolls were released. The truth is Senju is too huge, and the huge waves caused by falling into the sea are hundreds of meters high. The boat at Mu Feng's feet was almost overturned into the sea by a big wave, but fortunately, Rayleigh was worried that Mu Feng was a capable person, so he swung his knife to cut the big wave. Read more at hotmtlnovel.zi. Seeing the real number Senju in front of him, Rayleigh's face was full of shock. Baka devil fruit can be developed to such a shocking level, it is estimated that it has exceeded the level of awakening. Looking at Mu Feng, I don't know why. Rayleigh has a figure in his mind, and that is Whitebeard, Edward Newgate. At the peak, Whitebeard is definitely the undisputed strongest existence in the world. Even the captain of his own, One Piece Roger is not Whitebeard's opponent. Except that Hockey is a bit weaker than Whitebeard at its peak, the development of this fruit ability is not inferior to Shock Fruit. And this huge Senju Buddha statue, I am afraid it will not be that simple. Advertisement. Otherwise, if it's just an attack like Tarzan, why bother to make it so complicated? It's just a huge cylindrical wooden column, isn't it more convenient? But this is Mu Feng's secret, and Rayleigh naturally doesn't ask boringly. A few dozen nautical miles away, the Major General Marine battleship. Nice looked at the huge Buddha statue in the distance, his face was demented. Even the telescope in his hand fell to the ground and hit his own foot without notice. Hey, Major General Nice, what's wrong? What happened? The phone worm in Nice's hand rang Sengoku's questioning voice. A giant Buddha fell in the sky and wiped out the Big Mom pirate group. Subconsciously, Nice spoke out the scene he saw. At this moment, Sengoku on the other end of the phone worm was stunned. What? The Big Mom pirate group has been wiped out. Shouldn't it be Red Hair Pirates? No, It's clear that Big Mom hasn't participated in the war yet, but it's not right. Who wants to destroy the Big Mom pirate group? Whitebeard. No, Whitebeard didn't participate in the battle. Could it be that the world government used it? As Martial Marine, Sengoku vaguely knew that the world government had hidden a super weapon. But it's not right. If it is launched, the world government will at least notify naval headquarters. There are also Buddha statues. What happened? Major General Nice, what happened to you? Please answer me immediately. Advertisement. He's here. In Nice's tone, there was panic. Who? Charlotte Linlin, or Rayleigh? Sengoku asked quickly. At this time, Mu Feng came galloping along the waves. Before the battle with Big Mom, Mu Feng had spotted the marine battleship. It was clear that he was responsible for monitoring Big Mom. It is estimated that the people of the Big Mom pirate group had already known about it, but they didn't. Shot. This is the tacit understanding formed secretly between Marine and four emperors. Mu Feng, who landed on the battleship, naturally heard Sengoku's voice in the phone worm. Picking up the phone worm from the froze Major General Nice, Mu Feng said, "Hi. Hello, Marine Marshal Sengoku, Long Yang Daming. First introduce yourself, Senju Hashirama, Vice President of the Hunter Guild." Well, Master Marshal, you probably don't know our Hunters Guild. Let me play a wave of advertisements. Our Hunters Guild undertakes various tasks. For example, if you want to know whether Kizaru Admiral has a mistress, whether Aokiji Admiral has an illegitimate child, or to see which four emperors are not pleasing to the eye and want to kill them, you can come to our Hunter Guild, but you have to pay enough. Oh, by the way, the address is in Chambord. Big Mom. Did you destroy the Big Mom pirate group? What is your purpose? Sengoku interrupted. Destroy. Mu Feng was taken aback, then smiled and said, although I wanted to destroy them too, I'm sorry. In the end, all members of the Charlotte family, including Charlotte Linlin, escaped. Oh, yes, except for Charlotte Snug, who was slaughtered by me. As for the purpose, I have already said. Our Hunter Guild undertakes various tasks. Red Hair, in our Hunter Guild, issued a task to intercept the Big Mom pirate group. There is no way, the reward given is really irresistible, so we accept it. Read more at hotmtlnovel.zi. Chinese MTL fan fiction, second element novel can be read at hotmtl novel for free. Advertisement. Chapter 76. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. Are you bounty hunters? What about Silver Rayleigh? What does it have to do with you? Sengoku was silent for a while, and continued to ask. Bounty hunter. No. Our goal is not that single. Didn't I have said it again? Our Hunter Guild undertakes various tasks. The pirate's task is accepted, and the marine's task will also be accepted. For example, someone offered a reward for the dog's life of the red dog, or attacked a certain marine branch. Mu Feng didn't care. You guys. Is this against Marine? Sengoku said in a deep anger. Anyone can feel the anger he suppressed at the moment. If it weren't for the phone worm, Sengoku would definitely shoot Mu Feng directly. Marshal, Marine can't wrong the good guys. The Hunters Guild is just posting a mission. As for anyone who annoys Marine, then you Marine can arrest him in the Great Undersea Prison. Our Hunters Guild will never protect him. Mu Fengi right words. After a pause, Mu Feng continued. But, Lord Marshal, don't worry about it. For example, for the mission to kill you, the starting price is 10 Logia Devil Fruits. I think except for Mary Geoise's brains filled with shit. Guys, no one will come out. And Marine Admiral, at least 4 or 5 Logia Devil Fruit, or it will be too low. Lieutenant Generals, Major Generals, these depend on the strength of the price, such as. Quote. Shut up. Sengoku growled, interrupting Mu Feng's tirade. Sengoku in Marshal Marine's office now has green veins exposed on his forehead. Where is Silver Rayleigh? What does it have to do with you? Sengoku asked. Advertisement. This is a question he must ask clearly. The situation of the Hunter Guild is still unclear, but if the remnants of the Roger pirates reappear, it will definitely be another 4 emperors. And now in the ocean, a new 4 emperors level force is absolutely not allowed to appear. Senior Rayleigh, he was arrested by me as a housekeeper. Mu Feng smiled and said, relax, our Hunter Guild has nothing to do with Roger pirates. Of course Mu Feng knew that Sengoku was worried about it. What's the matter? And Rayleigh, who was standing on the side beside Mu Feng, staggered out of thin air. Then he looked at Mu Feng with a vague expression. I was the housekeeper when I was caught with you. I said that when you disappeared, it would take 3 or 4 months. Anyway, I am also the deputy captain of One Piece, okay? No. Suddenly, Rayleigh's expression was stunned, and his expression became more and more resentful. Thinking back to the various things I had in the Roger Pirates. Nima, Roger, you old bastard, you also treated me as a housekeeper. Rayleigh only reacted at this time. Master Marshal, do you have anything else to ask? I'm going to hang up without me. The red-haired guy hasn't paid the bill yet. I'm going to collect the debt quickly. Mu Feng said, yes, Master Marshal. Ah, I'm not a pirate. Don't send me a reward. Otherwise, if I think I'm a pirate, maybe I'll attack naval headquarters. Believe me, I can fight Big Mom. Run, I can also maim naval headquarters. Are you threatening Marine? Sengoku from Marshal Marine's office, already unable to suppress his anger, roared. Read more at hotmtlnovel.zi. Mu Feng's words are basically a threat to Hong Guogo. Oh, yes, so what? Mu Feng said lightly. After speaking, before Sengoku could speak again, he threw the phone worm to Nice, who was aside. He smiled and said, Major General, how about we have a discussion? We are going to the Red-Haired Sea, the journey is still very far away. Why don't you give me the battleship? I have a small boat, you can be on it. Waiting for reinforcements. Hurry up, Kizaru should be able to arrive in half a day. Don't forget, Mu Feng is Marine Admiral, and he naturally knows where Kizaru is. Advertisement. Then he couldn't help but threw Nice and the Marine on board into his own boat. They and Rayleigh were on the battleship and sailed towards the Red-Haired Sea. Looking at the warship going away, Nice wept without tears. Senju Hashirama, about the Hunters Guild, I hope. Sengoku on the other end of the phone worm was silent for a long time before speaking. Asking for flowers. Marshal Sengoku, it's me. Nice said cautiously. Nice. Where's Senju Hashirama? Give him the phone bug. Sengoku said. Nis looked a little bit distressed, and said, that Senju Hashirama has left. And snatched our battleship. Now the soldiers and I are squeezing in a wooden boat. Please. Marshal Sengoku for instructions. Nice wanted to ask for support. But, I can't speak, and Sengoku is also furious. Taking the marine battleship. Leave. Sengoku just wanted to roar, but suddenly realized that Nis was on the other end of the phone worm. He suppressed his anger and said, Major General Nice, waiting for support in place, Kizaru Admiral will arrive in half a day. Advertisement. Having said this, Sengoku hung up the phone worm, and Nice breathed a sigh of relief. In Marshal Marine's office, Sengoku, who hung up the worm, narrowed his eyes slightly. This was Sengoku's subconscious action after falling into deep thought. Muttered in his mouth. Hunter Guild. Senju Hashirama. Why have I never heard of? It can defeat Charlotte Linlin. This kind of combat power is undoubtedly the level of 4 emperors. But even if the warship was looted, Nice was not killed. They don't seem to have much malice towards Marine, and there is still room for relaxation. The waters of Red Hair Pirates. The Red Hair and the Beasts have been fighting for 3 days. Beasts Pirates is coming fiercely, Kaido is the head, and the 2 disasters are wings, almost exhausting all the combat power of Beasts Pirates, and it is about to eliminate the Red Hair directly. The Red Hair Pirates at home are naturally not persuaded, and the death of Jack in the drought disaster has left the Beasts missing one of their high-end combat capabilities. In 3 days, Red Hair Pirates became more and more fierce. In the entire battlefield, Beasts Pirates was already suppressed, and victory was in sight. Author. Today 4 more. This is the second more. Read more at hotmtlnovel.zi. Chinese MTL fan fiction, second element novel can be read at hotmtl novel for free. Advertisement. Chapter 77. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. Red Hair. I swear to kill you today. Kaido glared at the Red Hair, and his body was like steel. Conqueror's haki, raging all over his body, stirred and twisted the air, even if it was already a battle. 3 nights, Kaido was still not tired. Really? My life is here, Come and take it. The red hair smiled. A few tens of meters apart, the red-haired is holding a Western-style long sword, standing chic, facing the fierce Kaido. Shanks has no fear on his face. Come on then. Looking at Shanks, Kaido grinned, but his smile was a little hairy. Bong to the end. The long sword in Shanks's hand points to Kaido. Conqueror's Haki, mixed with sharp sword aura, 2 or 4-0, raged out. Suddenly, Kaido showed a sullen expression, leapt up, clenched his fists, and wanted to smash Shanks. And Shanks didn't dodge or dodge, holding the sword in one hand, and jumping up at the same time. Armament Haki wrapped the long sword and slashed at Kaido fiercely. Red hair is as fast as lightning, Kaido is like thunder. Advertisement. The next moment, fists and swords collided. At the same time, Conqueror's Haki of the two collided. As the 4 emperors of the King's Landing New World, their Conqueror's Haki stands at the top of the entire pirate world, and the confrontation between Conqueror's Haki is extremely terrifying. Centering on the point where the 2 fists and swords collided, the air was shattered. It's like a spider web, cracking outwards layer by layer. Even in the sky, a pitch-black hole was cracked. A deep gully appeared on the ground below. The sea not far away was also bursting like a crash. In the past, Red Hair pirates also often played against Kaido, but it was Kaido who challenged all the members of Red Hair pirates. The crew of Red Hair pirates fought in coordination with each other, and there were basically no casualties. At most, one was destroyed islands. But this time, it's different. This time is an all-out battle between the 2 pirate groups. Ben Beckman confronts the storm. Read more at hotmtlnovel.zi. Usopp and Lackey Lu have joined forces to confront another disaster. It took a long time to win the Red Hair pirates, which made Beast's pirates who were already in expeditionary warfare more and more sluggish. Kaido was even more angry and hated. Damn Charlotte Linlin, it has been 3 days since the appointed time, why not? Came here. And Shanks, who was playing against Kaido, saw the look on Kaido's face, and he could guess what he was thinking. He couldn't help but smiled and said, "Are you waiting for Big Mom to support you? It won't come anymore." If at first, Shanks still had some doubts. Advertisement. But now, 3 days have passed, and Charlotte Linlin hasn't shown up yet. In other words, the Hunter Guild really blocked Big Mom. Kaido's expression changed when he heard the red hair. Red hair, what do you mean? Did you say that the old fellow Whitebeard was in battle? Kaido asked with a gloomy expression looking at the red hair. Whitebeard. How could that old guy go to war? The red hair smiled. Damn it. Did you make any deal with that fellow Charlotte Linlin? Kaido looked gloomy and terrible. In 3 days, Big Mom did not appear. There is basically a probability of more than 9 levels, Big Mom will not appear. In addition to the 2 cases just now, Kaido really can't think of any other situations that can prevent Big Mom. If it's the first case, it's okay to say. In the second case, Kaido will definitely make a fuss about the entire world of nations after this. Hunter Guild, have you heard of? The red hair was suddenly taken aback. Looking at the sea not far away. First saw a marine battleship, slowly approaching. The red hair is a little confused. Regarding marine monitoring his fight with Kaido, the red hair knows that this is the tacit understanding formed between the 4 emperors and marine in the dark in New World. Your marine can have actions, but you must never interfere with the 4 emperors. If it is not the case, it will be regarded as a challenge to the 4 emperors. By then, the war will break out. Let marine know in minutes what is the pirate of King's Landing New World. The battleship in front of you was obviously not meant to be surveillance, it didn't mean to stop at all, and it was driving straight forward. Does marine want to intervene in this battle? Advertisement. Damn marine. Kaido glared. The battle between the original and the red hair was a lot of dissatisfaction. And the root cause of the outbreak of this war is that marine killed his own drought, Jack. As a result, his position of 4 emperors was frequently impacted, and this war was triggered. And now that the marine battleship appeared in front of Kaido, how could Kaido bear it? Directly blasted out with a heavy fist. Fist strength compressed the air, like a cannonball, blasted past. Ordinary Major General class battleship will definitely be blasted into slag with this fist. Shanks frowned, but didn't stop Kaido. Although Shanks also thinks Kaido's action is a bit too much, but from the standpoint, he is a pirate. The pirate's action to save marine sounds a bit unreasonable. Comma 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 comma. Wow, the fight was so fierce, the sky is cracked. Mu Feng looked at the dark sky marks that cracked in the sky 4.9. He was a little greedy in his words, and said, Conqueror's Hockey Collision. At this point, my Conqueror's Hockey is almost 2. I decided, recently, spend more time to bring Conqueror's Hockey to the limit first. Mu Feng touched his chin and said to himself. And Rayleigh, who was sitting on the side of the ship drinking, almost fell into the sea without a head when he heard Mu Feng's words. What do you think Conqueror's Hockey is? Sea water. You can pour as much as you want. The whole world Conqueror's Hockey can reach the limit, and it is not enough. But for this kid, it's all possible. The third update, there will be a fourth update later. Lao Na did what he said. Read more at hotmtlnovel.zi. Chinese MTL fan fiction, second element novel can be read at hotmtl novel for free. Advertisement. Chapter 78. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. After all, people are different, and the boy in front of him is not a person at all, it is an evildoer. And it's a peerless evildoer. Probably only in Marine, the 17-year-old monkey D. Mu Feng, who defeated Sakazuki and came to the position of Admiral of Headquarters some time ago, was able to compete with this kid. This is really a crazy era. This kind of evildoer, which has not happened in hundreds of years, actually appeared too in this era. Otherwise, if it's only Marine that monopolizes this evildoer, I am afraid that after 20 years, when the strength of the white bear is at its peak, it will force the entire sea and it is very possible to end all the pirates. But now, this kind of terrifying evildoer has appeared to people. Rayleigh suddenly became looking forward to. I look forward to when Mu Feng is playing against Mu Feng. Bah, that's not right, it should be how it will be when Senju Hashirama is playing against Mu Feng. If you let Mu Feng know what Rayleigh thinks now, I will definitely be speechless. Nima, let me beat myself. How to hit? The left hand and right hand scissors stone cloth, or left punch to the right cheek, right 10 punches to the left cheek. Mu Feng said that unlike Kaido, he has a tendency to look for abuse. Just when Mu Feng was still feeling about the Conqueror's Hockey of the red hair and Kaido, suddenly he noticed a punch, mixed with the fierce wind, blasting at him. Advertisement. That guy Kaido. It's really too much to clean up. Mu Feng murmured. Wood-style wooden blooming wall. The wooden wall appeared out of thin air, blocking Kaido's attack. Kaido in the distance saw that his attack was blocked, and he couldn't help frowning. Is it wood fruit capable person? He was able to block his offense. It seems that he has the strength of a lieutenant general. Thinking of this, Kaido smiled sternly on his face. Killing a Marine lieutenant, thinking about coming to Marine will definitely be very heartbroken. Thinking of this, Kaido no longer paid attention to the red hair, and kicked his feet on the ground, leaving 2 deep footprints, and the whole figure was like a cannonball hitting the Marine battleship. The red hair on the side looked weird. Read more at hotmtlnovel.zi. The inexplicable Marine battleship, the ability of Mu Mu Guo. As if Uncle Rayleigh said, the vice president of the Hunter Guild is the ability of Mu Mu Guo. In the world, it is obviously impossible to have 2 identical devil fruits at the same time. In other words, it is not Marine that is on the Marine battleship, but. The red hair squinted slightly and looked at the Marine battleship in the distance. Sure enough, a familiar figure was found on the ship's side. There was a slight smile on his face, and at the same time he was shocked. The Hunter Guild appeared here, but Big Mom did not appear. In other words, at least, the Hunter Guild has repelled Big Mom. Moreover, it only took less than 5 days from agreeing to accept the mission in the Chambord Islands, to reaching your own sea area. Even if it is going at full speed from the Chambord Islands, it is difficult to reach, not to mention. During the period, he will also face Big Mom. Advertisement. How long did it take to solve the entire Big Mom? Not to mention Shanks, who was shocked at the moment. Seeing Kaido rushing towards him, Mu Feng frowned. He looked at Rayleigh, who was still drinking wine leisurely. Mu Feng shook his head. This old man can't count on it. Drink. Mu Feng entered sage mode without hesitation. For Kaido, immune to death exists no matter how you fight it. Mu Feng has no interest in fighting with him. The blame is in front of him, but he can't kill it. Mu Feng is also very heartbroken. Sage art wood style Myojin Gate. The huge vermilion torii-shaped building fell from the sky, stuck directly on Kaido's ribs, tightly bound Kaido, and smashed into the depths of the sea. And it was not over yet, and a series of Myojin gates fell from the sky and smashed into the sea. Rayleigh on the side saw this scene, his mouth twitched. He had personally felt the power of the Myojin gate, and he almost never drowned himself. But Rayleigh didn't recognize that Kaido would be drowned. If Kaido, known as an undead monster, could be drowned, I'm afraid he would have been drowned by Marine many times a long time ago. Who actually smashed the boss into the sea? Red-haired reinforcements. The wind catastrophe, who was fighting Beckman, couldn't help showing horror when he saw this scene. Head to head, he has never seen his boss knocked down in one face. And because of his horror, Ben Beckman seized the opportunity and shot it into his right shoulder. Ben Beckman, who was holding a cigar in his mouth, smiled and said, "Hey. It's not a good habit to be distracted when fighting." His heart was also not calm. Advertisement. It was just a trick, and it crushed Kaido. With such a terrifying strength, is this the Hunter Guild? Not simple. Damn it. The wind disaster showed a fierce look, bit 543, gritted his teeth, stopped thinking about other things, and continued to fight with Beckman. Although his boss was shot down into the sea, but for the people of Beast's pirates. This is not something the sky has fallen, because the wind disaster is very clear that his boss is neither a power nor hockey. It's that terrifying resilience that is almost immortal. In another disaster that fought Usopp and Lackey Lu in a regiment, he just froze for a while before continuing to fight the two in a regiment. Comma 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 comma. Go to the redhead first, otherwise Kaido breaks free and smashes the ship when we fight. We don't have a ship to return to the Chambord Islands. Mu Feng said. Then, he walked straight into the sea. Rayleigh followed closely behind him. Looking at Mu Feng and Rayleigh walking over the sea, Shanks put away the western sword in his hand. With a hearty smile on his face, he said, "Uncle Rayleigh, long time no see." And this, presumably the vice president of the Hunter Guild, Senju Hashirama. Author. Fourth update, Carbon. 4 changes will be continued tomorrow. Read more at hotmtlnovel.zi. Chinese MTL fan fiction, second element novel can be read at hotmtl novel for free. Advertisement. Chapter 79. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. While talking, Shanks kept looking at Mu Feng. The scarlet armor, with Tian Wei's old man, with an unruly smile on his face, looks at most 20 years old. To be honest, Shanks was surprised. He didn't expect the vice president of the Hunter Guild to be so young. FA always believes that Mu Feng should be around 40 years old. Shanks was a little staggered when he was in his 20s and was able to beat the Pluto, Rayleigh. Well, it's me. Mu Feng nodded and said, he still has a good impression of red hair. Although it is less than 7 days, the Big Mom pirate group has been beaten back to the nations. The mission is complete, Mu Feng asked. Well, forget it. The red hair nodded. I didn't intend to squander the bill. It was obviously not worth offending a strong man like Mu Feng for a few devil fruits. Not to mention, there is a relationship with Rayleigh here. Are there any requirements for the type of devil fruit? If you want 5 Logia devil fruit, I can't get it. The red hair said with a smile. It's casual, whether it's Paramesh or Zone, as long as it's devil fruit, which is not too rubbish. Mu Feng counseled his shoulders. Anyway, devil fruit is not for food, all will be exchanged for coupons by Mu Feng. As long as it's not too bad devil fruit, the value of coupons is generally around 100 points, there is not much difference. Hearing that Mu Feng did not ask, the red hair gave him a surprised look. However, he didn't ask too much, but said with a smile, if there is no special request, then I can give you devil fruit later. Advertisement. Hearing what Shanks said, Mu Feng looked at him in surprise. It seemed that he took out 5 devil fruits, and there was no pressure on him. Think about it, Golden Lion can have 27 devil fruits in stock. Maybe the red hair does not have the background of Golden Lion, but if you squeeze it, it should be no problem to take out 20. It seems that the asking price is a bit low, and Mu Feng secretly regrets it. However, the task is over, so it's not good for me to increase the price. I can only decide secretly. I must kill Shanks next time. I don't know, if Shanks knew that Mu Feng missed him because of his casual personality, would he regret it? No longer thinking about these things, Mu Feng shook his hand, and 20 hunter licenses appeared. He threw it to Shanks and said, "The general regulations of the Hunter Guild, presumably Senior Rayleigh should have already told you. It is very free. Here are 20 hunter licenses, the number 13 license is yours, and the rest 19 cards will be sent to the cadres of the pirate group. I believe you can find 19 demon fruit power or hockey masters in Red Hair Pirates. It should be no problem. Demon fruit power or hockey masters are the lowest bottom line to become a hunter. Even if there are 20 more, there is no problem," Shanks said with a smile, and took over the hunter license from Mu Feng. Read more at hotmtlnovel.zi. As the four emperors, Red Hair Pirates gathers the strongest. But Mu Feng will not give Red Hair too many licenses. Mu Feng must maintain absolute control over the Hunters Guild. He doesn't want the Hunters Guild to form gangs and get caught in the mist. Bang, bang, bang. At this moment, a muffled sound suddenly sounded from the bottom of the sea. Mu Feng frowned. He didn't expect Kaido to break free from the shackles of the Myocean Gate so quickly. Advertisement. How many devil fruits are needed to kill Kaido? Red Hair asked suddenly. Mu Feng glanced at the Red Hair in surprise. Does he want to kill Kaido? Replied. 5 zone devil fruit. Can you kill Kaido? The Red Hair asked in surprise. He just asked casually, and Mu Feng's answer surprised him. Looking at the white and red hair, Mu Feng asked back, is it possible that you can find 5 devil fruits of zone monster species? The meaning of the words was obvious. The red hair looked a little embarrassed. 5 eudemons. The only known species of phantom beasts, devil fruit, are Marco's phoenix fruit, Sengoku's giant Buddha fruit, and the lonely red bat fruit. There are only 3, and 5 can't be found even if the redhead is exhausted. Just as the two were talking, Kaido finally got out of trouble. Both eyes stared at Mu Feng, revealing a murderous intent. 2 legs kicked on the surface of the sea, and the surface of the sea suddenly burst. Kaido's power was exerted to the extreme, and he did not give Mu Feng the opportunity to release the Mingxian Gate again, and directly attacked. To him. The huge fist rushed towards Mu Feng's face. In the face of Kaido's tremendous power, even a mountain of hundreds of feet will be shattered by the blasts. The battle between Palmador Island and Kaido, Mu Feng has a deep understanding. Advertisement. But at this moment, Mu Feng didn't mean to dodge, and the fighting spirit in his eyes became more and more high. Diamond power firm. Mu Feng yelled loudly, and the power of Shanshu poured into his right arm. Facing Kaido's fist, he banged up. Kaido's head is nearly 10 meters, and his arms are extremely sturdy. Mu Feng's arm and Kaido's arm banged against each other, and it looked more like Mu Feng was working as a car in the man's arm. The fists collided and there was a huge explosion. And set off a stack of air waves, rowing around. Mu Feng and Kaido each stepped back 5 steps together, confrontation in strength. The two are evenly matched. Shanks and Rayleigh on the side were also astonished. They did not expect that in the confrontation of pure strength, in addition to the Zhao's Whitebeard and the Ant, they could also compete with Kaido, plus the extremely terrifying devil fruit ability. After today, there will probably be another monster in the world. The arm is a little numb, the body of LV7 immortal, and then blessed with Vajra power and immobility. Originally, Mu Feng thought his ability overwhelmed Kaido. Unexpectedly, it was just evenly matched. The 4 emperors really cannot be underestimated. Mu Feng also put away the frivolous heart that arose from defeating Charlotte Linlin. Think about it. The reason why he was able to defeat Charlotte Linlin was largely because of himself. Suddenly, Charlotte Linlin hurriedly challenged. If the battlefield is in the world, not the sea. I am afraid I want to defeat the Big Mom pirate group, but it won't be that easy. Give me face. This war is over, Mu Feng said suddenly. Read more at hotmtlnovel.zi. Chinese MTL fan fiction, second element novel can be read at hotmtl novel for free. Advertisement. Chapter 80. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. What is the strongest devil fruit in the pirate world? Dark fruit, shock fruit, thunder fruit, or op fruit? None of them. The strongest devil fruit should actually be the face fruit eaten by Shanks. Shanks said, "Give me a face," and ended the war on top. It's just pretending to be extreme. Of course, the fruit of face is just a joke. Mu Feng said this to Kaido out of his own bad taste. Face. Ah ha ha ha. Boy, who do you think you are? One Piece. Why should I give you this face? Kaido laughed. As if listening to the biggest joke in the world. Who is he? Four Emperors Kaido. The captain of Beast's pirates, the big pirate who reigns over New World. Even if the One Piece King Roger is reborn, he will not lose Roger's face, let alone Mu Feng. But Mu Feng didn't feel irritated at all. He smiled and said faintly, really? Then do you know why the Big Mom pirate group did not appear here? 313 She was maimed by me. In the sea area at the entrance of 10,000 nations, I destroyed them 20 many warships. Killed thousands of them. If it weren't for Charlotte Linlin to run fast, I would kill her together. I admit, I can't do anything with you. At this point, Mu Feng paused. Turning the conversation, he continued. But, this time, you have exhausted all the power of the Beast's pirates to start this war. I can't kill you. But believe it or not, I can do it in 10 minutes. Within time, slaughtered the entire Beast's pirates. Mu Feng's voice was sharp, and his murderous intent was overflowing. Shank's eyes widened, a little unbelievable. He thought that Mu Feng was just blocking and repelling the Big Mom pirates, but he didn't expect that the truth would be, nearly annihilated the Big Mom pirates. Advertisement. Boy, don't you dare. Kaido stared at Mu Feng, his veins exposed. You can try, see if I dare. Mu Feng said lightly, then looked at Rayleigh to the side and said, Senior Rayleigh, please stop Kaido first, and wait for me to get rid of this trash, come to deal with Kaido. I can still do it in 10 minutes. Rayleigh said with a smile. At the same time, he drew the long sword from his waist and prepared to fight. Wood-style birthday of the tree world. Read more at hotmtlnovel.zi. Mu Feng quickly formed seals with both hands and suddenly shouted. With the addition of Sage Mode, the power of wood style becomes particularly terrifying. In particular, the tree world gave birth to such a wide range of wood style. Giant trees tens of meters high covered the entire battlefield. The red-haired and beasts who were fighting on the battlefield were already completely stunned. Mu Feng made the seal again in his hand, preparing to cut technique. Although the cutting technique can't cause any harm to the strong with armament hockey, if there is no armament hockey, it is absolutely accurate. This technique can definitely kill 80% of the pirates in Beast's pirates. Why Senju Hashirama can calm the troubled times is absolutely inseparable from Wood Style's terrifying range of attacks. Stop it. At this moment, Kaido shouted. Mu Feng also stopped the seal in his hand. Advertisement. Oh, what's the matter? Hurry up. Waiting to slaughter your men. Mu Feng said as if I was very busy, don't disturb me. Looking at Mu Feng, Kaido's bloodshot eyes were exposed and his whole body trembling. He clenched his fists, gritted his teeth and said viciously, this war, I will withdraw. Kaido's words can clearly tell unwillingness. When is Kaido BFAE was forced to this kind of field? What? I didn't hear clearly. Mu Feng scratched his ears. Hearing Mu Feng's words, Kaido's intent to kill suddenly appeared in Kaido's eyes. However, in the end, Kaido was forced to press down again, and shouted, I said Beast's pirates, quit this war. If you haven't heard clearly yet, if you do, just kill it. Mu Feng knew that Kaido had reached its limit and couldn't be more exciting. He smiled and said, listen clearly, I'm not deaf. That's not right, everyone is kind and rich. Well, this is our Hunters Guild's hunter license. With it, you can come to our Hunter Guild to get it anytime, release various missions. After speaking, Mu Feng threw a hunter license numbered beyond the 20th to Kaido. Continued. Actually, our Hunter Guild has no intention of being an enemy of any pirate group. But we took over the task of intercepting Big Mom released by the Red Hair. There is no way, for the reputation of the Hunter Guild, we can only bite the bullet. Yeah, I came here only to collect debts. Just now, you did your hand on me first. Mu Feng spoke, pushing the blame away. Kaido's anger subsided slightly, and he was silent, not knowing what he was thinking. After a long while, suddenly he said, you just said that your Hunter Guild accepts various tasks, right? Yes. Mu Feng nodded. Then I will post the mission to eliminate red hair pirates, you can't take it. Kaido said. Advertisement. Mu Feng was taken aback, and then the corners of his mouth raised slightly, and he could become the four emperors of the new world. No one is a fool with strength but no brain. Kaido's words made Shanks and Rayleigh look at Mu Feng. Now Mu Feng is the bargaining chip for victory. Which side he is inclined to, which side will be able to win. Take it, why not take it? Mu Feng's answer instantly made Shanks nervous. Excluding the factors of Mu Feng, the war between Red Hair Pirates and Beasts Pirates, although slightly superior, but not much superior, what kind of strength is Mu Feng? Whether it is the ability to knock Kaido down into the sea, or the power to fight Kaido, they are definitely Four Emperors level. Even in the heyday, the Redheads are not even sure of a draw with Mu Feng. Rayleigh frowned. He didn't want to fight Shanks. Ahahaha. What are you waiting for? Let's continue this top-notch war. Kaido was full of excitement. Author. The second more. Continue 4 more today. Read more at hotmtlnovel.zi. Chinese MTL fan fiction, second element novel can be read at hotmtlnovel for free. Advertisement.